Welcome to Tabletop Gaming. We're back with some more D&D. Last time we left off, Mouse got a scimitar.
Zoho got a scimitar from the wind elemental.
Correction.
Ow.
It's not a scimitar, it just uses the scimitar stats, damn it.
It's a sword from a wind elemental. I call it what I want.
I mean, a wind element scimitar kind of sounds A, appropriate, and B, kind of cool.
But it has
Moving
no
on,
cave
let us
and
continue the
curved
story.
blade.
Oh, I agree.
Anyway.
I agree. A scimitar should have a curve, yes.
But I like the reference pick that Kai picked out for it. It's
Ooh,
very nice.
shit. There goes my dice.
Right.
Odd man out. Yeah.
So, let's see, 2 weeks ago, where was I? Yes.
We had just finished fighting the crazy lady.
Yeah, we were
Yes,
gonna
we
go
literally
rest.
literally just finished. And she wasn't crazy.
She was just challenging Zoho to a trial.
With
Yes.
which I had to bonk Faye's character
Faye.
to prevent them
Cayenne out of from interfering.
and getting
Yeah, and I had to
destroyed in the
sit
process.
I had to sit on Kayate.
Because holy
Yes.
crap, they would have died if they
So-
tried to take that on.
So it appears that you were successful, question mark?
I mean, we got a weapon out of it, so I don't know.
She was at least seems to be satisfied with what she was seeing.
Mm.
And the last thing you see is she handed Zoho the blade, and then she went zip and seemed to disappear into said blade.
Hey, look, it's the wind boomerang from Twilight Princess.
And Zoho's kind of wobbling on his feet. He's
Oh,
at that point where he's close to exhausted.
You're wobbling. I actually got knocked unconscious.
Oh yeah, you lost your throw.
No, I didn't lose my throw. I got hit in the back of the head on the way out of combat.
Shouldn't have interfered.
Yeah, well, I was trying to not interfere by stepping away, but apparently she just wanted to slap me on the way out.
Well, maybe if you didn't leave your healing spirit there for Zoho to use.
Whatever.
Yeah, but I also healed Otto after the fight.
Yeah, you stabilized me. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
So congratulations. Nobody's dead.
Mhm.
Yet.
Thank goodness.
That we know of.
So why is my mini-me still on the battleground?
Why not?
I
Because-
desummon it.
Okay. Pack it away. It's gone.
So, yeah, we did say we were gonna, like, go camp because we're all, like, dead, tired.
Yeah.
Now that the sky is visible above you and stuff, you can see it's actually later in the day, which would make sense considering the amount of round and round you go that has taken place over the hours that you've been here, traversing this forest.
Yep.
Zoho sees Madame Danny approaching and waves. Hello, Madame Danny. He holds up the sword he got from the wind elemental. I think we passed. I think. And just drops his sword arm.
Me still on my ass after, like, falling onto it after the fight. I'm just like, yeah, you might want to clean the blade off before you put it away, though.
I look at
Yeah, Zoho notices the blood. Yeah, good point.
I look at Otto. You okay?
Alright.
It's all right. It's all right.
Because
I exhale deeply and then finally let out a hearty laugh. At least we lived through this. Must make for an interesting story and quite a bit of research for our patron.
Well,
Mm,
it's definitely interesting.
we still
Definitely will
don't.
make good research.
We
However,
also
I do intend to research those. So we may be here a few more days. As I
Dear
believe
God.
that's what we came for.
Well, I mean, it's an empty field, so we could probably make camp nearby anyway.
Zoho raises a finger where he's sitting on the ground. Seconded! And drops the hand.
Well, time to prepare. Then time to set up our tents and the campfire.
Ah, be my guest.
Just don't say the words we said before. I would prefer not to cause further problems.
Ah, but what if we get another sword?
Probably not gonna
I
I
get
would
give
rather
short.
not
Otto
chance
a
it,
menacing
Otto.
look.
I would rather not.
What?
chance
I'd
it,
wait to
Otto.
heal first.
Once was quite enough. Once was quite enough.
You don't want a second sword? You have 2 arms.
I'm a monk.
I poke Otto in the center of the forehead. Don't be so rash.
And chances are she'll probably not even give us another one.
I mean, considering she went into the sword, probably not.
Are you saying
Well-
this in character?
Yes, because I saw that.
Okay.
I'm
Then
pretty
she's
sure everyone saw that.
probably- Then she's probably listening to us. I would prefer not to evoke her wrath.
It's not exactly
Yes,
like we're
please
fighting
don't,
her
as I'm-
anymore. Oops.
Yes,
Hmm.
please don't.
So you theorize that there's a chance that this could work a second time?
I
I'm
would
gonna-
I
rather not
look
chance
at
it right
Danny.
now.
Please don't do this.
right
I
now.
don't think so. Just a joke.
Hmm.
What was those words again?
No.
Oh dear, I can't find the notes right now. Seeing as all such a mess.
Now it looks like the wind scattered them around pretty good.
She's kind of like spent the time, like some time gathering them up and stuff while you were fighting and whatnot. But and now she just has like a tatty pile of papers and things like folded up in.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb. Even if we were to say the words, she'll come out, ask us how long it's been. We're going to say literally minutes. We just have some questions, and then she's probably
Gonna
We're just gonna
bitch
be like
slap
Nan
us
going
and walk
back in.
away.
yeah. It's either gonna be she's not even gonna give us the time a day, attack us again, possibly just blow us out of the forest, or just go back in the stone. I'd
Hmm.
rather not be yeeted.
Yes. Not to mention, given our current conditions, I would rather not attempt it.
I did say heal first.
Sleep would be nice. But first, let us set up the camp.
Hmm.
Well,
I like how everybody's just pacing back and forth.
it's like we just need to like warm down.
They're NPCs. Oh no, they have walk cycles.
Well, for now, early night it is. We got a few. I believe we have a few more days on the schedule.
So, was this the gate you were looking for, or is it something else?
Well, hopefully tomorrow we will find out.
Fair enough.
Hmm. Right.
Long rest.
Time for some tents.
That's a
Um,
horse.
Yes, I know, because that's apparently the default one. How many tents we need? So, Danny's got a tent. Who's pitching tents?
May.
I'm
Hey.
pitching a tent.
I only think we'll
Yeah.
need 3. Like, 2 a tent sounds good.
Two tents.
Eh.
4 tents.
Jeez.
Well, tents.
I don't think we need 5 tent. Okay.
4 tents is fine.
I can't move my token around while that thing is sitting on top of it.
I may or may not probably need my own tent because I'm so huge, though. I am Mr. McLarge Huge.
There we go. That should fix the overlap. So, pitch your tents where you set up camp. As everyone's like, let's do it in the gateway.
There we go. Pick the
If you're gonna do that, at least move the fire like in the middle.
Not that close. Holy crap! You want to burn the tents?
No, but if it goes there, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
Right,
Hmm.
so Danny's actually going to set up her tent here.
I feel like someone should be watching Danny. For
She hasn't
obvious
exactly
reasons.
done anything stupid to put herself in danger.
yet.
And we've been in many types of combat. She looks at fights, but she doesn't get involved. She's not stupid.
She knows to keep her distance at the very least.
Clearly, this is not her first rodeo.
Out of character, would we even know what a rodeo is?
I didn't say that in character.
Oh.
And probably yes, because there are horses.
Horses.
I have invented a new sport, everybody. It's called a rodeo.
What do you do in this rodeo?
Well, you need some horses.
Well, you
grab
got
a druid.
horses.
Preferably
grab it?
angry horses.
Why
you
angry?
You'll see.
You grab a druid.
After the
get them
rodeo.
drunk,
That was a
you turn them
rodeo?
you get them to turn into a bear, and then you
I can
just
see the appeal.
ride through a town.
Okay, come on. Moving on. Let's continue the story.
Alright, so you guys set up camp. Are you just going to be eating your rations for the day? Or are you
I'm,
going to try and venture out and
I'm
hunt
gonna
for-
forage.
You're going to forage.
And
okay.
I don't have
I'm gonna
wild
try
cunning.
and hunt.
Can all of us, out of character, can all of us do foraging?
If you want to try and survive on the world around you, you can all attempt to if you want.
Okay, so
I'll
under
disappear over here to
skills,
see if
Yeah,
I
what
can
is the roll for
hunt
that again?
something.
Sure.
survival?
Yes.
Skill
You
survival?
Roll survival, because you're combining the whole, like, searching and knowledge of the
Ouch,
wilds.
that one.
Wow, I got a 7.
Eh. Terrible. Just terrible.
You should see
That-
what the actual roll was.
Cayenne.
Uh,
And
Are
I
you
have
gonna
plus 3 proficiency.
No.
Right, so
Oh, jeez, you rolled a nat 1. So, Cayenne found some food.
right, so you guys kind of like now it's clear. You feel it feels a bit safer to wander like apart from each other, and you kind of like head off for a little bit in like separate directions,
I regret getting rid of wild cunning.
and you like take like an hour, like spend like an hour and a bit, kind of like just having a general nose, keeping an eye that you don't wander too far. Unfortunately, most of you have no luck whatsoever. On the other hand, Cayenne, you come across a bush which seems to have a handful of berries on.
Neat.
A lot of berries.
It's like, don't know what they are, but as long as they're edible, you can probably make at least a small meal out with these. Flavor something, maybe. But only enough for one.
If I'm going to name them, fuck around, and find out berries.
So after like the hour has passed, people kind of like slowly make their way out back to camp. Danny has
Zoho sighs.
Danny, you come back and Danny's kind of like just munching on some of her rations. As she looks like she's filing the paperwork.
That makes sense.
Mm.
Well, I didn't find. I guess I'll be eating one of my rations now.
Yeah.
Zoho sighs. Same.
I pull out one of my rations and determined to find at least some medicinal ingredients, I go out one more time to check for that specifically.
I can
That-
roll on rations. That's weird.
If possible.
That's just because of the way it's set up. For some reason, unless you roll, you just need to deduct one from your rations list.
Yeah.
Cayenne, are you going to attempt to mix these berries in with your rations?
You can look at the berries. Look at the man that decided to smack me on the back of the head.
Oh no.
Look up and see Cayenne eyeballing Otto. What are
I
you
don't know what-
doing?
I don't know what the berries are. I go over to Otto. Okay, I found these. Don't know what they do.
Oh, let's have a
Or
look
even if-
then.
Roll nature?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
roll nature.
skill, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's a skill.
Do I have I don't know if I have it doesn't matter. It'll add it, right?
Yeah, I'll add it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ouch!
Huh.
They
Does
look
anyone
edible.
They
Does
they
anyone
look
else
edible.
want to have a crack at it?
I have no idea.
Can I roll?
Nope.
I must be having an off day today.
Can I roll to see what they are?
You know, I should really write this stuff down.
Are you trained in nature,
I don't know.
Soho?
I don't.
As in, do you have proficiency with it?
Let me check.
I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, you.
No.
I just want to state for the record,
Nope.
I have +4 to nature. That's what I rolled with a +4.
Yeah, his.
I rolled
yeah,
a 2.
Zoho's proficiency in nature is +1.
Yeah, is it actually ticked as a box, like the
Nope.
tick box? Okay. Roll history to see if you have any previous knowledge from foraging and stuff.
It's a
rather
stagger.
than nature, then.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness! What are these rolls today?
You think they're edible. You think they
I-
might be some kind of berry that you've ate before.
Okay,
But
They look familiar, but I am not entirely sure. What
Darn it,
Okay,
I
okay.
knew I should have bought that book when we were in the last town.
Cayenne just eats each one. It's like, okay, fuck it.
No.
Hmm.
Am I dying?
Well, it appears to be full of seeds. In fact, it's mostly seeds. There's not there's not really any soft tissue and much soft tissue to this. It's like a tiny pomegranate.
Oh no!
Yummy.
It's like buying into a walnut.
You notice you don't notice anything good, anything bad. They're all right.
Bullet seeds.
Yeah, that's a lot of seeds.
So anyways,
He
before I
bullet
was
seeds
interrupted.
Otto, it means he bullet seeds you.
No, he doesn't. Before he interrupted me, I was going to go back out to look for some medicinal ingredients instead. Now, is that possible? Can I roll for that? Yes.
That will take you longer
Yeah.
to do. But if you want to eat a ration and then
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Head out-
I was gonna
and then
munch.
head out again,
Yeah.
yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Zoho has
it's-
eaten a
it's-
ration.
It's
Still nature.
the sun's going down, so you've probably got
About an hour or two.
you got an hour or two of that
So would this
perceived
be
daylight, depending on how far you go into the
Would this
forest.
count as nature or survival?
You're actually searching for stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm searching for.
So,
Yeah.
searching the
Survival?
wilds, do survival again.
Okay. Come on, baby. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah.
A little.
Okay. Diddly pokey. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Can you roll a d10, please?
Yes, sir.
Right.
I mean, not horrible.
It's an 8 out of 10.
Right. So, you do find one thing that you recognize.
Hmm.
It's you find on an old tree stump with you find some fungus growing on it.
Okay.
These are common bleeding crowns.
Bleeding crowns, you said?
Yep.
Otto is going to be growing a lot of stuff in the garden.
Assuming I have space for it. How much?
Only able to get the one successfully.
Ah. Alright, that's fine. Do
These
I...
act as anticoagulants.
Okay. Wait, anticoagulants?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's why they're called bleeding crowns.
What would that be good for? That sounds more like
Poison.
a poison, yeah.
Means it stops the bleeding.
No, it starts
No,
the bleeding.
It stops the clotting.
Yeah, it makes you
Oh.
bleed better.
Bleed
Oh yeah,
beled.
anticoagulant.
Anticoagulant.
It's a blood thinner.
It's basically as if you were getting sucked out by a leech.
Yeah, I get the idea.
Also, I stated that wrong. Wording. Anyways,
Turns out that this mushroom is alive and wiggling.
I'm just gonna head back to camp and just call it a night because I'm just done.
Mm.
Right, sorry.
I really regret getting rid of wild cunning.
You're gone for about 2 hours. Let's see. Roll a d100.
Eh.
Yeah, just roll a d100.
Oh shit.
Nah, never mind.
Oh.
Right.
good.
So what are the rest doing at camp while Otto's gone for a
A brisk walk.
I just ended
I
up chatting
answer
with
his call of
Zoho.
nature?
I just
I-
talked with Zoho about the barb he got.
You wanted to speak about the barb.
I'd like to see it again.
Zoho reaches into his pack and takes out the giant barb he got from the jellyfish flower dragonfly thing.
Did I investigated this before. I don't remember what I rolled on that or what I got out of it.
You wanted to find out if you could make it into a rapier, and we apparently decided that it just needed to have a handle attached to it if it done well.
Yeah.
You can attempt to turn
Yeah.
it into something, yeah. Yeah, it would be more like a rapier because it's like there's no cutting edge on it. It's
It was thin and
Point.
whippy.
It's just pokey.
This is
it
a very
pokes.
thin, narrow, like.
I wouldn't be able to do that here, would I?
you could like start the process, kind of like look it over and come up with like plan an idea on how to
Yeah, plotting is like
how
half.
to do it.
Yeah, plotting is like half the process for making things anyway.
Okay, here's an interesting question. Would I be able to combine it with his scimitar or one of the other weapons?
A combination.
Gatai.
If you mean like combining, as in like fusing it, like it together with something else, then probably not.
Okay.
D&D
It's
does
worth
not
asking the
work
question.
work like that, sadly.
Nope.
Depends on where you go.
That's true, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna start working on the process of turning it into an actual weapon with a handle.
Zoha. Okay. He hands the barb over to Thorn.
Yeah,
I
you kind
begin
of like.
inspecting it and then measuring it and working everything out.
Yeah, figuring what the best kind of like handle to attach to it will be, and like the best method is like, well, it's not metal, so you can't forge it. So, but you might be able to like,
Attach a spine to
what's
it.
the word?
Carve
Try
it.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of like think it through. It's like you can probably, I forget what it's called
Fuller it.
for like
No.
the way they attach handles to things. And you're kind of like thinking, it's like, well, if you file down this, like, if you file down the end, so it's like, you can probably like,
That's a fuller.
is that it?
No, that is not a
Or
fuller.
whatever.
If you file down the end, it's so that you can do a hidden tang handle where you
Yeah,
put the
that's
Oh
the
yeah,
handle
what
one.
am I
over the
talking about? Yeah, no, fullers are the hollow thing. Yeah, but I'm being
No,
dumb.
fullers are grinds on both sides of the blade to reduce the weight
Yes,
in
I
the middle
remember.
of the
That's what
blade.
I just stated. I said I made a mistake.
Yeah.
You're right. It's a hidden tang.
Yeah, it's a tang. Yeah, tang's the word.
Yeah.
It's like you can probably like considering the material and how sturdy and stuff it is, you kind of like plan out that like if you like if you file the end down and stuff, so it's like you can like and then make a handle to
hmm
do it as a tang kind of thing.
Make it out of
Tang.
leather,
More like a knife than a like
Yeah, I was about to ask: is it is it
sword.
going to be long enough
And how
for
it
a blade, or is it going to be long enough for a
no,
dagger?
it's still long enough. Depends on how good he does. If he fucks it up, he might end up with a dagger instead of sword.
Well,
Like,
no,
I'd
no.
like
I
to
mean, like
point
if he
out-
files it down to the a handle, is it long enough to be like a half blade, a long sword, or like somewhere in between? If he successfully does it.
if done correctly, you can effectively make it into a rapier.
Okay.
But if
Hmm.
like there's a chance
Rapiers
that you
are-
might fuck it up, but if you don't fuck it up too badly, you can like chop off the fucked up bit and try again and make a dagger or something instead.
Yeah, because
Do
you
Yeah.
I
don't
have
need to
roll
work the
something
blade.
for this?
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
What?
Do I have to roll anything for this guy?
You're currently at the planning stage, so no, it's all like you're just kind of like making mental notes and figuring out the best way of doing it. So
Yeah.
this will be like you sitting down, going like inspecting it over, checking like if you've got like a file handy, like pull it out and see how it like affects it. If you just do a little bit on the end, see whether it's actually possible and whatnot. You're just like testing stages.
Yeah, a lot of bladesmiths actually sketch out what they want before they even do anything too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like planning stages, but like if you got something to work, like if well, you're an artificer, so you can set yourself up with the tools using your artificer ability. I think you
Yep,
have
right
that
tool
now.
for the job.
Yeah, so like when you wake up, you can set up with yourself the tools that you know you're gonna need.
Mm.
So you know you're gonna need like wood carve, like so because this is effectively your milestone, and you guys are gonna be leveling up because of like completing this.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can like you're gonna need the wood carving things to set up the thing you want to make anyway.
You're definitely going to need metal to make the basket if it's going to be a rapier.
Not all
No,
rapiers
it
have
doesn't.
baskets.
If you want,
It
regardless,
doesn't have to be exact. You're overthinking
you're
this.
still going to have a guard regardless.
Yeah, he's got to
Mm.
decide. He's got to get the materials to like make the handle and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I'm saying. You're going to need additional materials for the handle and everything else. It's not like you can make the sword just out of what it is.
I know. Moving on. I'm only in
Well-
the planning stages.
I know.
Yeah, it's Farron's gonna come up with an idea,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna get the stuff he needs and set it up. So that's what you're going to basically do for the bit of time before you head to bed. Cayenne, what are you doing?
Relaxing.
Relaxing all cool outside.
There's
the
no
pool.
bushes in your immediate facility that can house you. Just so you know.
Bush.
While
A bit too small.
gonna add while Thorin is inspecting the barb, I am cleaning off the blade of the new scimitar the wind elemental gave Zoha.
Oh yes, cleaning off all your friend's blood and some of your own.
Yes.
So what is Cayenne doing? We're still waiting for an answer.
They're relaxing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they said they were relaxing.
Well, as I continue to inspect the barb, I ask Zoho, I have a few questions for you, which will make it easier for me to plan.
Hmm?
Do you have a preference on the type of handle? Wood
Mm.
or leather,
I mean,
for instance, as a grip?
Leather. Wood
Hmm.
brings the risk of splinters, and it doesn't really feel well in my hands compared to the grip of leather.
oh, it pains
Would
me
you
to
like a
hear
full
this.
basket or just a simple
Cross
D
guard,
guard?
cross guard, yeah, or D guard.
D guard.
A simple crossguard.
Hmm.
Nothing too fancy. I'm not one for that kind of luxury.
Excuse me while I
Do you
look
want
up
a
some
skull
images.
crusher for the pommel or just a regular butt cap?
Regular.
Hmm.
No?
No, it works. I may do a combination of wood and leather, as I can do a wood handle underneath and then wrap it
Mhm.
in leather to give you extra grip and make the handle much more sturdy.
Yes. Yes. Let's go with that.
And a
What?
regular cross guard.
Oh, cross guard. Okay, so you don't even want a D guard. Okay.
Hmm. Would you prefer an upswept guard or a downswept guard? Or something to catch a blade with?
Is there a difference?
Hmm. Not really. A rapier is meant more for fencing and jabs rather than catching another blade.
I just realized the sword that he's kind of describing and stuff is basically Asuna's sword.
That is a rapier, by the way.
Yes, but it doesn't have a D guard or anything. It just has a regular cross guard. That's a ring instead of a cross guard. Well,
I
Hmm.
mean,
Anyway,
whatever. Moving on. I continue this conversation with Zoho while everybody relaxes.
mhm.
Yeah.
okay though.
And I think we'll move on from there. Because the rest of the conversation is just fine details and whether he wants extras in the blade.
Yeah, you guys can kit bash it however you want on your own time.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing that is really important is if he's successful, and that's the role. The details are up to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Cayenne will actually just look at the sword like, how the fuck does that even function? And I know there's a, because she's like processing just in existence
What?
outside of a
What sword?
spell.
Oh, the barb.
No, the
Yeah.
air sword.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Because it's an actual sword. That's what Kai said.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
actually summoned the swords. Like the other swords that they were using were actually just sword shaped wind. And when she summoned it out of thin air, but it was a physical, like, actual blade.
I'm guessing this is our long rest now.
Yeah.
Zoho finishes
This is
cleaning
part
the
of it.
blade.
Like this is like rounding up before you go to bed, kind of thing, as the
Mhm.
sun's going down and whatnot.
Yes.
Just
I'd be
something.
returning around this time, right?
Yeah, this is the conversation they're having while you're like hoping to find stuff.
Oh, working on the barb, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're just hashing out the details on what kind of rapier.
Well, please show it
going
to
to
me
be
when
made
it's
into.
done.
If you don't mind, Zoho, I would like to hold on to this until I am finished with it.
Zoho nods. Very well.
Hmm. Okay, dokie. So after a bit, Otto will come strolling back into town. Town.
Oh.
Town. Town
The
of
camp.
tents. The camp.
Into camp. We're not at town yet.
We're not going to be at town for a few more days.
Maybe a
Real
week.
kind of just like scoffs at dinner and then disappears inside of a tent with Kaite. Like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, she's probably upset by
I
getting.
she didn't like it.
She probably
She
upset that Kaite almost got slapped around a little too much.
And was told not to interfere with Zoho's duel.
Yeah, she was on the warpath.
Hmm.
Right, so Kayan's like,
This-
you just hear Kayan's like, so I'm not doing first watch, see you later.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Mm-mm-mm.
I look at Zoho. I look at Otto. I'll do first watch.
Oh, I can do second.
Are you sure?
I I wave them off to their tents. Go sleep.
I'll take the
You-
next watch after you, Thorn.
I nod my head. I look at Otto. Are you going to do the third or the final watch?
I said second.
Oh, third. Zoho pokes his head out. Then third watch. And-
Hmm.
Ducks back in.
So Cayenne has the final watch. Okay. I put the barb in my tent away in my tent with my other stuff and assume my position for the watch.
Assume the position.
Assume the position.
Crazy. Sorry.
That is going to bid everyone like a good night and head into her tent. For now.
Yeah. Why do I get the feeling?
Long rest.
So foreign. Roll your perception.
Of course. Skills.
Yeah, by the way, everybody
normal
else, now would be a good time to pop your
perception.
long rest button.
Pop long rest.
Yes, click your long rest buttons.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
not great,
Well,
but that's not
technically, I
bad.
shouldn't say pop your long rest button because if something happens, then
Oh.
you may get interrupted. But
I already did.
pop them anyway.
Sorry.
Foreign,
Okay.
it's actually in night now. Now you're out of the mist, you can kind of like just chill out, relax. You can see the stars like coming out and like as the sun goes down. Nice, it's actually quite bright for the night. It's a little cloud cover, but
What day
nothing
of the
seems to
month
disturb
is
you.
it? And is it a full moon nearby?
No, it's not a full moon. That was the festival. I think was the full moon.
Okay.
But
Do I see anything?
nah, nothing disturbs you. Nothing unexpected other than maybe a bit of a grumble or whatever from a tent or actual wildlife. You can actually hear wildlife in the forest this time around.
Mm,
It's like a normal forest. It's weird.
that's totally
right.
weird.
Kai, what am I rolling?
What?
For
I need
You're-
sleep.
oh, you're actually sleeping. Okay.
You had enough of
roll
it for today.
roll a wisdom saving throw.
God. Yeah.
Wait,
Wisdom saving?
why?
What?
Sometimes stuff happens with Cayenne when they actually sleep. Nah, you're good today.
God.
Wait, what about Zoho?
You have you're currently having your usual dreamless night.
Shit.
Hmm.
Where did that go?
No, that's after you sleep. Anyhoozle, I'm assuming I'm next.
Yes, assuming Foreign actually gets you up.
Yeah.
I wake up Acho, and then I proceed to the tent I share with Zoho. Because Acho's a little too big to share the tent with.
I mean, you're kind of small, but yeah.
He doesn't want to be the small spoon today.
Oh, you're funny.
Yes, yes, we are.
We are hilarious, and you will quote everything we say. Anyway. Perception, I am assuming.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh.
Dang.
Okay, same kind of deal. It's a nice peaceful night. You can hear the sounds of the bugs and what creatures walking around. You can still see fairly clearly with the lack of cloud cover and the like nice starry sky away from towns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since you've like been in a situation where like this, where you are like one with nature, so to speak,
Yeah.
where you can like it's like this whole like going into towns and villages. It's like you haven't been able to enjoy this view for a while.
That's nice. Love it. Love it!
You do have the feeling something's watching you.
Oh yeah, I need to hit the long.
Alright,
jump
fuck
button.
this.
Did you check what that spell does?
Yes, I did.
So where are you sticking that 20-foot cube?
Centered around the fire.
Fire.
And it's not 20-foot cube, it's 60 feet.
No, it's a range of 60 foot.
Yeah.
It's a 20-foot cube area. So it's only it's
So-
only
What? No,
Yeah,
it's gotta
this
be bigger
far.
than that.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Aw.
That's why it says 20-foot cube. The idea is you plonk it onto an area where you think stuff is,
Okay,
or you know
okay,
stuff
okay.
is, to get the benefits of it.
I'm gonna toss it out behind Zoho's tent.
Just
So
put your
about-
arrow roughly where you want it. Okay.
We need to make it, Daddy.
You feel like something's watching you. You like, and it's all like out of a bit of. So like you're there, peacefully chilling out, and but then you get this awkward feeling like something's watching you. You
I
kind
wouldn't
of
do
like have
better.
a momentary, oh shit! You throw like cast this spell off in the direction you feel like you're being watched in. It doesn't seem to catch anything,
Okay.
but casting the spell and making and seeing there's nothing there kind of like makes you come back to relaxed, and it's like maybe it's just your mind playing a bit of a trick on you because you after all the stuff you've been through, maybe you need a bit more rest,
Yeah.
clear your head.
I'm gonna tap Zoho on the shoulder and go head to bed now.
Zoho comes out for his shift.
Okay.
And and he takes the wind sword that he had gotten. And since the shift is like what, 3 hours? About? I was
2
planning
hours.
on a tuning.
Are you planning on tuning as in attempting to attune? Because character-wise, well, yeah, it's obviously got something going on with the thing. You don't know what. But when you say attuning, are you trying to attune to it as your Kensei weapon or just regular attunement?
There's a difference.
Yes, if I, because you can only let me just grab the Kensei thingy.
I mean, it's treated as a scimitar, and scimitars are one of Zoho's Kensei weapons.
Yes, let me just double check the wording on something because I might have just.
I think he's trying to say that if the wording is what he thinks it is, you can only attune to one Kensei weapon at a time.
No,
Nope.
it's like, for example, like Eldritch Knight's gonna tune to a certain number of weapons, which allows them to recall them and things. I can't.
Oh, I
I've just
love
got to
that.
I've just got to clarify
That is such
which way this is, whether it's just that type of weapon or.
I love that
Or
type of skill
the
though, just being
items
able to
is
summon your
granting
weapon at
you-
will.
You gain proficiency with these weapons if you don't already have it. Weapons of the chosen types are monk weapons for you.
Okay, so it's not actually requiring you to choose. You just have like this is your two weapon preferences from the start. Yeah, got it. No,
Okay.
okay, so you're tuning it to as in you feel like there's something up with this, but you want to reach your mind out to it and see if anything happens,
Yes.
kind of thing.
So
Okay,
Zoho
so this
sits
is gonna
cross-legged in
take
front of the
an
fire,
hour.
puts the sword in his lap.
So
Hmm.
while you're doing this, you're not actually going to be able unless other than really obvious stuff that like interrupts you, you're not likely going to notice things as you effectively describe it.
Aw. So
You will
So
still roll your
happy.
thingy, but I'm just saying when you roll, it'll only be for the time frame that you're not attuning.
okay.
Yeah.
So, do you want to do your
Percept-
attunement first when you wake up?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll do attunement first. So, how are you doing this?
I sit cross. Zoho sits cross-legged in front of the fire, places the sword in his lap, and he places his hands on it, one on the hilt, one on the blade, gingerly. Closes his eyes and what's the word? Tries to ascertain the properties of this sword.
So, as you sit
Like he's
cross-legged and set yourself up, you kind of go into a kind of meditative, like it's not actual meditation, but you kind of like
A trance.
try like clear your mind and stuff, and just start focusing on the sword. You like run your like as you do, you kind of like run your fingers along the blade and stuff to get like the feel, like hold the grip, like start getting your feel as like the basic weapon that it is, and as you do, like you start like realizing certain things that make this a bit more unique compared to your average weapon that you've come across, and it's all like it's a lot lighter than expected. Like now you're actually more aware of what's going on, and you're not worn out, and your arms themselves aren't actually heavy after having a few hours like sleep and stuff.
It's like nothing at all. Nothing at all.
It weighs no more than what a dagger would. It's very light. It feels like you can. It's very well balanced if you like hold it like out in front of you, and like like you've never had had a weapon of this quality in your own hands before. It's kind of a bit. It's a little unsettling because you're like, it doesn't feel quite. It doesn't feel quite right at first. But you can like picture, like see how it like you would like make your moves and whatnot to work with it, and it's like start, and it feels like, and you start feeling like how it like you can't like how it's kind of like becoming a part, right? You know, the whole like if it's an extension of you rather than just a tool.
Zoho hums. Now I know what sword fighters are talking about when they say their weapons are an extension of themselves.
As like time passes, as you kind of like continue to feel it up, and it's all like it's like in your mind you can't like you sense a word like forming, and you learn that and you just and like in your mind the word forms and it just says Sabakaze.
Sabakaze. So that is your name. Hmm. It's a very nice name.
Oh no, now he can Bankai.
Fuck off, Tuck. Alright, hang on. So
I mean, that is supposed to come out soon.
I can't wait for that.
you feel so yeah. It's like now you have like you know its name. You have yet to like use it properly, and but you feel like it's now an extension of you, not just an ordinary weapon,
Mhm.
and it feels comfortable and all that jazz. However, you don't know. You sense there's something there, and from the words that you remember, like from the fight and whatnot, it's like you feel like it's trying to draw power from you in some sense, although how exactly you're uncertain for like.
Mm.
But
Well,
you
this.
successfully attuned to it.
Hmm. Zoho holds the sword up, looking at the blade itself.
Da 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 da. Sorry, couldn't resist that one.
How light. Like I'm holding nothing more than a feather.
Nerds.
It's like it's wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all.
No.
Okay.
Stupid sexy Flanders.
As you hold it up, you notice the tassel on the pommel seems to like just gently sway in the light breeze that is currently.
Hmm. There is more to you, isn't there? I cannot wait to see what's in store. Hmm. Now that Zoho successfully tuned to his new weapon, he spends the rest of his watch, well, keeping watch.
Yes. Okay. Roll a
First,
perception check.
perception. Eh.
Yep.
Oh, hey, better roll.
It's a quite.
17.
It, it is a nice, peaceful night. As it gets near the. As it gets to near, your watch draws near to its close. You notice a bit of rustling off to the side
Which side?
as you see kind of Danny clambering out of her tent.
Zoho notices her. Oh, Madame Denny. Is something wrong?
No, no. Early bird catches the worm.
Oh,
And
you're an
it's
early riser.
and what's with the madam? This is new.
Uh, Forgive me. It is a polite way of address. It is a polite form of address that I learned during my time at the monastery. Do you dislike it?
I don't dislike it. But I think Danny's just fine.
Very well then.
Danny-sama.
Take it all as well.
Hmm. Yes, his eyes look down to the sword. Just taking a moment to acquaint myself with this new weapon of mine. Nothing out of the ordinary so far.
Well, a weapon appearing out of thin air is a bit out of the ordinary, but I did say to anything you find that I don't deem important for my research, you can keep. So seems you've had a bit of luck there.
Luck. Yes. I did learn from the fight that I should be a little more confident in my movements in battle. This has been a very humbling experience. I have to think smarter and not harder. Just because I can hit faster, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm hitting precisely.
Hmm.
Zo shrugs. But
Well,
that is my 2 cents about the situation.
well, I'm not really a fighter myself. I'm more of the intellectual,
Hmm.
but it makes sense to me.
Hmm.
So make sure you get enough rest today. I decided I should awake early, so I have the opportunity to see the stars.
Zoho nods. Very well then. He gets up. I should wake up Cayenne for her shift. He walks over to Cayenne and Rill's tent and taps on the tent flap. Cayenne, it's time for your shift.
Yeah.
With that said, he heads back to his and Thorn's tent and goes back to sleep.
Good morning.
Eh.
Nah.
Well, someone's not a morning person, I see.
It depends. Specifically, if you get the shit kicked out of you.
Well, that would be the downsides of the job.
Yeah, but usually don't let that happen.
Well, you seem to be doing okay.
Yeah. Sure. Eh.
Awkward
like you're definitely
silences.
Only because you interrupted.
Sorry.
So, got any plans for what is it to keeping watch?
Yeah. I should probably do that. Even though people probably some people slept long enough. Otherwise, I'd just be playing my viol. So
Ah, yes. Instruments, though, not the greatest thing if people are trying to sleep.
It depends on how well you sleep, but yeah.
Would you like some breakfast? I was just about to eat.
I'll think about it.
Did Cayenne do her long rest?
Yes, Cayenne's had enough to get a rest and whatnot. So Danny is going to effectively like sit down next to the campfire and like she starts cooking something randomly in a pot. It's some kind of food that she's carrying with her, and she kind of like is just sort of like she's effectively getting up for the morning. Uh, it's a little distracting, like her being here. She's not very like she's not very elegant in what she's doing. Like
She's an intellectual, not a chef.
exactly. It seems to be a bit haphazard. As for what you notice going on around the campsite and whatnot, it's a pretty nice night. / early morning. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Mm.
And it's kind of like, and you kind of like just chill out as best you can with Danny's bumbling with her food until the sun starts coming up. Congratulations, everyone made it through the night.
Right, we
Nothing trying to kill you.
survived.
Yay!
Daylight doesn't change the fact that something can kill us.
Daylight come and we want go home.
But yes, it does mean everyone can happily wake up whenever and stuff now.
Hello.
Nothing bad happened during the night. Good
Survival
morning.
time.
Oh, it's
I
nice
look
to be
over
out.
at Cayenne, and I look at Rill in Cayenne's tent and just shake my head. I'm not going to try.
It's nice to be in the outdoors for a change.
Ah,
Zoho
Give me a-
shrugs and walks over to Kyan and Rill's tent and taps on the flap. Rill, time for breakfast.
I look at Otto.
No response, just snoring.
Give me a forge any day. I
That's
enjoy
fine.
the wilds the same as any, but a forge is where I love best.
Everybody has their own natural place to be, and mine is nature.
Fair enough.
I do not mind nature, though. Oh, I would prefer the solitude of a monastery. It keeps one's mind calm.
Hey, nature could be very solemn. Just depends on who you're with.
Also
look at them
depends
both.
on the natural life inside a forest and nature.
And what you consider to be alone, because, if you think animals being around you isn't alone, well, then you're not alone.
I chuckle as I listen to both of them.
Technically, you're not alone at all times anyways, because small or big animals are always nearby.
My father's workshop was once my favorite place, though it exists no longer. I can remember sitting there as a boy and watching my father tinker so much with his inventions. Did you know he invented this thing he called a spork? It was like a spoon and a fork.
A spork.
Turned himself into a pickle. The funniest shit I've ever seen.
Oh, come on, that's Pickle Rick.
Yeah, I know. It's the way you delivered it. It sounded like that.
A spork. That's
I rummage through my
very
pack
unique.
and pull out one of my utensils, which happens to be a spork, and I hand it to Zoho.
That's just a
He just
food with
stares
cuts in
at
it.
it, stupefied. What? This is quite unique.
That is literally just a spoon with slits in it.
I shake my head. Only at the very tip. It is a bit of a pain to carve it properly so that you don't break the tines at the end when you carve them in.
That is true. Creating something like this requires a delicate hand, I can see.
I was hoping to one day recreate them and sell them so that my father is not completely forgotten by the world.
So what's on the docket for
As you're saying
Zoho
that,
hands the spork over to
right.
Otto.
As
Corn.
you
Sorry.
his spork. hands the sporks on the head now. As you're discussing the spork thing, and you mentioned like he was like planning on like selling them, and so Danny just perks up. It's like, I think he may have already been beaten to it.
I
What?
stare at Danny. What?
She pulls a spork out of her pocket.
Uh,
This one is made of metal, not wood. It's very useful.
that was my father's plan eventually. Perhaps you have one of his prototypes. He did sell a few before, well, at the beginning, but he never was able to mass produce them.
Well, I don't know. I got this from a dwarf a long time ago.
A dwarf.
Yes, a
Didn't
dwarf.
look like him because I'm gonna assume they all look the same.
Kaya.
Specifically the
That's
family, you know.
racist.
I look
Look-
at Cayenne dumbfounded.
Look, people can look like their parents. Very
Two
similar
different-
to their parents.
I have two different colored eyes and a orange hair and beard. My
Facial
father
structures,
had
my
a
dude.
flaming red hair and beard, and two brown eyes.
Flameo.
Well, it was a red-headed dwarf, but that's about all I remember.
I hold out my hand. May I see this? My father put a mark on all of his inventions.
Don't see why not. She hands you the spork.
Do I have to roll something for this?
Well,
Investigation.
what are you looking for?
Uh,
A touch mark.
Describe the mark. Is it like a set of initials? Is it like a stamp?
Yeah.
An
Yes.
anvil.
Most
like
crea-
like a no, a manufacturing stamp that
it's
would be
called
put
a touch
into...
mark.
Okay, there you go.
It's
Well,
something that
what-
creators make. Yeah.
Let's put a player on the spot. What's your father's initials?
Yeah. What's your father's touch mark, basically?
Wow, I haven't thought about that far. Oh wait, yes I did. Yes, I did. Ironically, hold on. I actually put that in my bio. Hold on.
Because there are different types of touch marks. One is just a touch mark you made for yourself, and there are touch marks in the world that have been handed down through family
Wait a
lines.
sec.
Mm-hmm.
Grimbear Ironbane. So GI.
Yeah, but does he have a touch mark or just initials on his stuff?
I would say
Depends.
GI with a bearded bear.
That's fair. Yeah.
So an actual stamp with his initials on it.
Yes.
So you look over. You kind of like look over this bell instrument, and there is a faded mark on it. It appears to say GI, but it doesn't seem to have the bear. But it also appears to be quite old at this point and well used.
People used to call him Joe.
I look at Cayenne. No.
That was meant to
I
be
hand
out
it
of
back to
character.
Danny. I'm pretty sure this is one of my father's early prototypes of the spork.
Interesting. Seems like the world is sometimes smaller than people expect. I hope
I
it's doing
miss it.
well.
I dip my eyes become downcast as I remember the tragic day that my father died.
It was in a
Oh dear.
it was in a tragic spork accident. He was trying to make a spife.
I punch Otto in the shoulder and
I didn't say that in character.
Okay, that's what I... Because if you
Say
did,
it.
I would never say that in character. I am not. My
I
character's
look at
not
the-
that witty.
I look up at Danny. He died. He did the unthinkable and invented something that should never have been. And in the process, a duchess or countess, I know not which, found out and coveted this invention, and he was killed for it before my very eyes, trying to save me from the mercenary that this evil woman sent.
Oh my.
I've spent the
I
last 25 years of my life trying to find this woman. And even more than that, the mercenary who killed my father.
I'm
Do you know what this mercenary looked like?
A man with a scar on his cheek. It looked like he had taken an arrow to the face, or perhaps been missed by one.
Hmm.
He
It
had
appears I
blonde
just
hair.
stepped on a.
Well, I'm being asked, so I'm going to answer the question and give you details that you can work with, if you will.
Oh god.
gosh.
So a scar on the right cheek, blonde hair, and cold gray eyes. I'll never forget those eyes. Cold and merciless, without pity or fear. They were the eyes of a man used to death and dealing it.
Hmm. It sounds like this man and is quite used to his profession.
It would seem so. I've heard whispers of him during my travels, and all are dark and grim and speak of evil deeds.
Hmm.
I will not repeat those tales, for I would not bring such things up in front of such good company. As well as that, the man had a sword with writing on it, and a scabbard that was equally adorned.
Hmm. Writing on a sword. That would
And-
imply it might have some magic property to it. Not
And
entirely
Or
sure.
it could just be one of those swords that fancy people have. It's not
Mm,
uncommon for people to stick their names on things, or make up names for said things. Like
Hmm.
this.
nay, I
Orc.
would. I would say it was a magic sword, as it looks of dwarven construction.
Dwarven.
So is this man a dwarf or a man?
He was a man. And there was one other thing.
Hmm.
He had a chain around his neck with two items on it: pendant and a ring. And the ring bore a sigil, while the pendant looked like something that someone of much higher standing would have.
Personal keepsakes, perhaps?
Possibly.
Sounds to me
Though
like
I think not. I think the ring was an heirloom, for it wasn't an average chain.
Hmm.
Very well made gold. Am I making your job difficult, Kai?
Don't worry, I have notes now.
Oh
You
man.
may regret this.
Yeah, you may
Oh,
you may
no.
really regret giving him cannon fodder there, buddy.
Don't
Yeah.
care. It makes the campaign more interesting because it actually allows him to build a character.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree.
Hmm.
But beyond that, I don't remember more. The rest of his face is a blur. And as for the woman, all I know is she is highborn and that she is not human. But as to what race, I can't tell you, as I don't remember.
Oh shit!
Well,
I
it was
know. I
25
know
years ago.
immediately where Kai can go with that.
Hmm?
Shut up, Terp.
I missed what Soho said.
Hmm.
I missed what Mouse said.
Well, it's understandable. The incident did happen 25 years ago. It's no wonder your memory of that time is blurry at the moment.
But whenever
25 years. Interesting.
yes, but the woman I never really saw. I was never allowed to be in the same room as her and my father when she came.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But then, of course, it was only me and my father at that time, for my mother was dead. Some kind of accident, but of
Hmm.
which origin I know not.
Anyways, Professor, what's on the docket for today?
Well, the I plan on studying these three pillars as closely as possible,
All right.
and hopefully, if I have actual time with them over the course of the day, I could maybe, with a bit of luck, translate the whole of the text. Maybe I can
Oh, look at
discover if this is what I was looking for. Maybe
Oh,
we're
look at-
completely wrong, and
I heard that.
I look at Cayenne. Are you really gonna play the viol while she does this?
He's doing it
Yes,
lightly.
because I got. Yes, because I just got given a song idea. Thanks, Otto.
Heckran, wait,
A
what?
song idea?
What? What did I give you an idea for?
He just typed it in chat.
oh
Dwarf.
no! Would you like to actually sing it?
Yeah,
No.
I actually don't get it.
Not right now. It's in the tune of
It needs to be found.
In
as
the
a
tune of
dwarf
what?
man
Tune
needs
of
to be
the
10 feet.
YMCA.
Oh, Dwarfman. Do 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 Dwarfman.
Dwarf.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe one day, but not right now.
Anyway,
Right down.
so is anybody willing to stick around and keep watch while we maybe forage for our afternoon meal and things like that? Keep watch. in
Oh,
Oh yes,
general
I
area.
have no.
I'll be keeping watch.
I sit across from the fire from Zoho and pull out the barb and start to work on it again.
I let them know I'm going to be in the area, but searching
No,
around.
that's fine. As long as someone's here to protect me.
Yes. But yes, if anything happens, just give me a holler. I'll be nearby.
Hmm.
And
Okie dokie.
yeah,
By the way, I hope you wrote down the description of the mercenary because I am not gonna remember that later.
I wrote down
Or-
enough.
And we have a VOD.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, we do have a VOD. I'm gonna search for food, medicine, and animals that I might.
You want
be
to
able
actually you want to spend an actual day searching.
Yes.
Okay. So, I'll start. Like, Danny's going to start sort of
Mhm.
like this. She's gonna like set down some books and things on the floor. She's gonna put like she's gonna find some stones to put on them so they don't get blown away.
Fair.
And she's going to like set about and like she's gonna start like copying the text down and stuff off of the stones. Like that's where she's gonna start. Farin, you said you wanted to like start work on the pointy thing.
Yes.
So like you do your artificer and thingy to create your like pull out get the I forget what the freaking ability is, but you know like get up the
Tools for the job.
tools. You do your tools for the job, set up so you got the right ones, and then sort of like you just start like shaping the end and slowly shaping the end, taking roll a roll dexterity with proficiency.
Is that a check?
I think. Let me just double. So I'm just gonna double check what I put in your.
Because I think I have
Yeah.
to go
So do it as a dexterity check, an actual check this time, and with proficiency when it asks.
Normal, proficient, yes. Dexterity, submit.
Okay. No, you're good. You're good. You don't fuck it up.
Yet.
So throughout, so to keep it simple, like throughout the day as you're working on this, it's sort of like you start with the like you haven't got the stuff for the handle and stuff to hand, so you start the day by sort of like carefully filing the shape for the tang and that out the end, like cleaning it up where it's been like broken off and the creature and whatnot. Cleaning the gunk off the end.
Okay.
Yep.
How much information does Zoho have about his sword?
Don't know, ask him.
He's a
So Zoho, how much information do you have about your sword?
hmm.
After I'm assuming you connected with it or whatever.
He holds the sword in question up. I do know it's lighter than any sword I've ever held, which is a little off-putting, but useful.
Okay, I'm just
Also, a name, also a word popped up, which I believe to be the sword's name, Sabakaze.
neat. Just do me a favor.
Yes.
Hold it out in both hands horizontally.
Okay. He does so.
I just slowly put my hand down on it. A minute goes by. Boop.
Do you trust Cayenne for a whole minute?
Yes.
With all my
Okay.
being.
Alright, I will
This
show.
may go well.
Right, I will show this to Cayenne first, so they can do the translation. Where's it gone?
Swear to God, it better not be in Primordial. I do not have comprehend languages.
No, it's not. It's not in Primordial. I'm just checking. You can do the translation of, and then I will show it to Mouse afterwards, so he actually understands everything.
Hmm.
Remember, all these weapon, like all these homebrewy weapon things, are works in progress. They are subject to change. Fine print. Da 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 da
Oh,
da.
so it's a homebrew weapon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, neat.
Even the world is homebrew. It's not following the regular rules of D&D. Like, dragons aren't common, for example.
Yeah.
Alright, so, Faye,
Yes.
in the journals where you find your characters and stuff, there should be a folder
Neat.
called items.
Neat.
There should be a thing with the name that he just said on it. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, if you open that up, you should be able, like, that's as much as you can get.
Okay, that's okay, that's a lot of information. Ow. Okay.
That's a lot of fluff text in there.
Fluff. Fluff is
So-
good.
So the bits he knows is the bit that's above attuned. The bits you learn is the bit under attuned.
Okay. So apparently made of metal.
Hmm.
Uh it has the additional it just helps to hit just a tiny bit. And then apparently only you have this option. Or at least you of your wind alignment have the ability to use six times, I think, a day.
Not quite. It's charges.
Ah,
Yeah, I know. She's trying to process
Is it
the
like
information
a
because she's
long
never done
rest?
okay.
this.
Fair enough.
She's
She's
it's either a-
processing the information. It's too much.
it's either a day, but you definitely get a certain amount back, but you won't get all these. I'm gonna call them charges back.
Okay.
So you know how
Spellcasters.
okay, like when I able to shoot out an element during that time frame of a fight,
Yes.
you're able to cast 3 spells? The fuck?
Spells?
Effectively 4 spells.
Yeah, but she's saying that with the charges, she can Zoho can cast at least one of these spells. A spell called Fog Cloud, which I'm going to assume was what has been affecting the entire area.
Huh. Interesting.
Jump, which
Oh,
That's
lovely.
useful.
I actually had that in my early spell list.
which is I'm pretty sure is what she did to jump away. And some spell called Long Strider. I'm going to assume that's going to help you move faster. And also you're able to shoot a gust of wind at someone at for free.
Oh, so it's a cantrip. That's cool. And I'm assuming
Huh.
it has a push ability.
But that's all I can get. There's more, but it's all garbled and
Hmm. Perhaps time will alleviate these mysteries behind this sword.
Here's
Thank
the
you,
hoping,
Cayenne.
but ow.
Thank
No,
you,
it's
Cayenne.
been-
This has been most insightful.
That
Are
is
you
the first.
alright?
That is the first time I've ever done. That's the first time I've ever done that. Why was there just so much information in Backlash?
Well, you'll be alright.
Yeah,
Is Otto
probably.
like already gone by this point?
No, I'm on my way out. I am kind of listening on the way out though.
You
Yeah,
get
that-
part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Still, this is most helpful, Cayenne. With this new spell, if we get any other magical items on our journey, you can help us identify what they are.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I can only do it so often. In like, I don't even need to know what my flask does. It's just mood telling flask when you drink it.
Hmm.
At least I think.
It's a mood ring.
But it only works when you drink out of it.
The heck?
Right. Okay. So you actually have clearer information as a player. You should now be able to see it.
Hooray!
Yay!
I look at Cayenne while I continue to work on the barb. I have a bottle of good luck liquid. Perhaps you could look at that and see if it's actually what's advertised.
Prior to me even attempt in Kai, do I know anything with an 11? Because I'm pretty sure that just allows him to use halfling luck.
So it's a liquid, so it's a ball of liquid.
Uh-huh.
So you can't really use the so you wouldn't be able to use your identify spell on it because that doesn't work on potions and stuff. Because they're not items, they're liquids, they're consumables. However,
Is it magic imbued, though?
you get the sense that there's some magic in there, but you don't. But what good luck means, who knows?
Up to interpretation.
So basically what I'm getting is that the spell probably won't work. Or it might work.
No, your identify spell wouldn't work on this because you would effectively be identifying the bottle, and the bottle's clearly a bottle.
Oh.
But the contents, you have a feeling, may have some bullshit going on. It's open to interpretation what good luck means. And that's
Okay,
enough
if
for one drink.
Okay, so before I even attempt, I don't think the spell's going to work, because try to have me just identify the bot. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The only way it'll probably work is if I'm not touching the bottle at all and I'm sticking my hand in liquid. I look at the hole. How big is the hole?
I don't even
It's-
think it's big enough for your finger.
Is it less than an inch across?
It's less than an inch across.
Yeah, I can't.
It's
Yeah, I can't.
it's effectively a vial. It's not like.
Yeah, no. The only way I'm going to be able to read anything of this is if we pour it out. Stick my hand in it, like if it's in a cup, and then we just gently pour it back.
And hope enough of it gets back in the bottle to work.
So in other words, I'm just going to assume that it's whatever a halfling's able. It might be whatever a halfling's able to do. Because I've seen
Why
one
do I
of.
feel like this is a Lord of the Rings reference? by
No,
the way?
this is Faye knows what the halfling ability is. Halflings have this tendency to be lucky creatures.
Yeah, they have.
So lucky.
They have a
No
re-
one really knows why. They just seem to be like they always seem to be lucky with whatever they're doing.
Yeah, out of
Basically-
game, it's a racial passive.
Yeah, basically, Cayenne will just state because she has seen halflings before that she's seen one of them that should have been just shall luck in a horrible hiding position just get absolutely overlooked by someone actively looking and stared right at him.
Yeah, it's like when they were playing hide and seek, and the halfling decided to hide behind the curtain, but their entire waist and downs to this show, and yet no one saw them. It's fucking weird.
That seems like I will be keeping that for when we absolutely need it. Then.
Yeah, but it's probably only good. Yeah, but still, who knows what will happen? Who knows what specifically that does? I could just be throwing out a wild guess and could just be entirely wrong. It could just end up in a pile of gold. Magic's weird.
It's not
Well-
weird if you understand what's going on. That's why it's important to research.
She says over her shoulder.
You must do research.
I look at Danny. And would you happen to know what this is then, Danny?
Not now, too busy.
All of good luck. Says there on the label.
Put it back in my pack.
If I was here, I'd just be saying, don't don't overthink it.
And I go back to working on the barb.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to guess that takes me all day.
It takes you I don't say all day, but like most of the day. You will also have time to set up your artillery finger as well. There's
Oh,
only
my
so
art-
much you can do with the barb at the moment.
The
So if you want to set up your artillery finger as well, then you have time to do that.
the
during the
FU
stay as well.
foam finger.
I'm going to do that as well.
So it's like you spend the morning like the morning like cleaning up the barb and getting it started and as far as you can get it, and then it's like on the afternoon it's like, oh wait, this has given me an idea. Pulls out foam finger.
starts
While I'm at
carving
this, and I have the tools I need.
I'm just imagining a freaking dwarf with a foam finger in combat now.
Oh, I picture a foreign kind of like using the file and things on the foam finger, but it's just to actually add detail to like the ridges where the knuckles are actually meant to be and stuff.
Yeah. Oh god.
And I'm carving glyphs on each individual finger.
And he's putting like spikes and shit all over it.
No,
No.
not spikes and stuff, but it's like
Aw.
the glyphs basically, if you were to translate them, read "fuck you" in particular.
Wait, is that what Thorin is
yes.
doing? to the
Yes.
farm?
No.
No,
No.
no, he's doing it to his foam finger.
Oh. Oh, he's making the firearm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now how do I
You don't need to roll any. This is just an ability because you're limited to one. If this one breaks or you lose it, or start putting the glyphs on the
that's not me
the
who
magic
rolled.
you're infusing into this will fade out of it because you can only sustain so much.
That wasn't
I-
Josh who rolled.
I
That was
accidentally hit
Cayenne.
survival.
What's the survival for?
It was accidental.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so how do I set the Acquisitions Incorporated green flame foam finger? I'm gonna die first couple of times we do. So what do I do with this? Do I set that up in my utility section now?
It's well, we've put it under your feet. You
Yeah,
have the
arcane-
item in your inventory written down, right?
Yes.
Somewhere.
In the
So if you-
miscellaneous notes.
Yeah, if you add an item to your equipment list,
Mm-hmm.
so if you go into edit, add item, list the foam finger, and then in the description just say put it as it's your artificer thingy as a note for now.
I'm gonna be super disappointed if when it actually catches fire, it doesn't burn green.
So
So
wait,
you-
which section is this going to? The
Just in the equipment.
so underneath cannon protector.
Underneath the if there's an add button underneath where it says vial bout on your character sheet.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, you just need to make sure it's in your equipment. So if we haven't just so it's like a reminder.
How do I remove this now?
If you didn't
Oh.
put a name in it, it'll auto delete at some point.
Okay.
So if you go to add item in your equipment.
There you go.
And then in the contents description box, just put down that it's your artificer, arcane firearm,
I'm just gonna type arcane firearm.
and put 1d8 just as a reminder. And as I said earlier, I'll at some point set it up to link to all your spells properly.
Okay.
This
There
is
we
going to be
go.
so. I wish we had some people who watch that could draw or something, and they just draw his character with giant freaking green foam finger, and he's using his crossbow in the other hand, and he's got a freaking turret below him, and he's like, "Ah, rock out!" Oh, that'd be so great.
Okay, I'll quickly jump over to Otto on his first bit of his trip outwards. Which are you heading off that side, out that direction? Which is why you put your character over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, dokie.
Okay, I am gonna be back in a sec because I gotta use the washroom.
Oh. Okay.
Let me just.
Yeah, there is a Zoho here.
Yeah, I need to update this for you being here now at a different time of day. I need to clear that, and I clear. Need to find you. You need to go to that layer. Clear that so I can see, and then there's a Zoho somewhere on here.
Hmm.
Uh,
I moved Tubbs' map because he wandered off into the forest.
Oh.
Where is Zoho's thingy?
That's not it.
No, that's. Oh, that's you again.
Yeah, you moved both me and that green scribble.
I
Back.
can't see Zoho's token for some reason.
Oh, those are adorable.
Where is Zoho on your screen? Let's have a look.
He's on the right side of the screen at the very end.
Oh, okay, he's under there. Okay, got it.
He's under what?
It's fine.
I see 2 layers at once. Because I need to see
Oh.
the hidden stuff because I'm the GM. So you actually come from this way.
Okay. I come from a land down under.
Mm.
I come from a land down under.
So as you travel away from the camp, you find yourself in this familiar space.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Oh.
just remove the scribbles that were notes and stuff from before.
I mean, I would know the direction where I needed to go, though, right?
Presumably.
Hmm.
You believe the magic and stuff is gone.
Oh, yeah, no, but it's still the directions I need to go in.
Oh, you can explore this area or you can keep going.
I'm gonna just do a general explorer of this area for food, medicine, and animals. Careful, like.
Okay, if you wanna
I can't
like-
grab my token. Character icons
grab
are
my
on top of it. There we go. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, you got avatars.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you're just having a general like if you're doing your general searching stuff, do your survival.
Okay.
Because you've got like a whole day to explore and stuff.
Yeah,
So if
I'm
you-
on an
it's like-
adventure.
And how long would you like to spend in this
Shit.
neck of the woods?
Oh no. Oh no.
Because I probably don't find a thing, I don't consider this worth my time, and I move on.
Right, that's not how this works.
Aw.
Tell me how long you were spending
Oh,
here, because that's
okay.
technically before you because that determines what I'm like.
That's true. Sorry.
Helps me determine what you need to roll.
I am metagaming like a dumbass right now. Oh my gosh.
It's like the longer you spend here, the less likely you need to roll higher. If that makes sense.
I want to say 45 minutes.
Okay, you find nothing.
Yeah, I thought so.
Nothing of use. There's some trees. There's some plants. None of them seem to have any particular nuanced properties.
Yeah, no birds, no animals that I can see that I haven't scared the heck away.
Russell.
Like a
Caw!
yeah, like
There
a
goes the birds.
yeah, like a doofus.
Guess you're gonna continue going.
Yeah, I'm gonna go this way, and mark my direction on the ground with some earth bending. Gonna make an arrow on the ground.
Okay, that way is generic more forest that you have not been to yet.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Well, I'm putting an arrow.
I do not have a map for it.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have a map for it?
No, I don't have a map for it. It's just it's nowhere familiar. You can feel free to explore it and stuff, but it would be theater of the mind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go in that direction, but I'm gonna mark it down just so I know where I'm going. Like,
So you're effectively heading east away from camp.
actually, wait, no, I did say I wasn't
Yeah.
going to be too far away, so that would be against what I'm doing. Ah, that's not what I wanted.
Well, how far is too
Oh,
far away?
boy.
And you killed yourself.
I didn't know I could
Top
delete my own...
Stepped into a pole.
I didn't know I could delete my own token.
Yeah.
I was
Hey,
just...
what?
I was just trying to delete
Wait,
the...
what happened?
I was...
What happened?
He stepped into a pole into nothingness.
I tried to delete something I drew, but I drew on top of my own icon, so I accidentally selected the
Oh,
icon at the same time and
no.
pressed delete, and it deleted the icon too.
Oh, terrible.
Anyway, so that's gone too because I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna go this way and stay relatively near the camp.
So you're gonna effectively circle around. So you're gonna go
Pretty
this way.
much, yeah.
Okay. So
Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a circle around the camp. If I find nothing, I'm going to do a slightly larger circle around the camp, but not go too far.
I'll tell you what I'll do this time. I will clear the crap out before I accidentally start deleting tokens and things. And then we bring you over here,
Hooray!
and you come out.
Up here?
Come out up here.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to... Because every time I go into a new area, I'm probably going to need to do this anyway.
Find yourself at that place with that mark.
Oh, for freak's sakes! Ugh.
You find absolutely nothing here other than the marking stone. There's a bit of moss growing on it, but it's just generic moss. It has no properties.
Damn it!
Feel useful.
I kick the dirt and keep moving on. I spent like another 45 minutes.
Okay. So, yeah, let's keep moving on. Get this crap out the way. And
How the shit did I roll so bad?
move you again. How long are you spending in here?
Oh. Oh. Gonna keep my distance around here.
For other people who can't see this, Otto has wandered into that place with all the dead flowery, stingy thingies.
I'm in the mosquito
Oh,
room.
Oh, no.
The bodies are still there.
Uh,
Or the remnants of whatever bodies after being burnt and whatnot.
I'm really tempted to stick around longer. I'm gonna say 2 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey! You find some stuff. You spend a little time, like, tiptoeing around away from where the charred corpses after of these things are, and like you carefully like make your way, like you're kind of like carefully looking where you're going.
Yeah,
and
I
things just in
gingerly
case
step
there's more.
around and stuff, yeah.
You notice there's still there's still flowers growing on this log, and as you get a little closer, you're like, oh wait, they're actually different. They're not. They shouldn't be. Maybe I can actually have a look this time and not get freaking vamped on.
Yeah, I look at it from a distance, maybe poke and prod at it with my staff so that my arm isn't immediately exposed this time.
15. Can you roll a d8, please? Right. This seems a little unusual to you.
Oh.
These are actually, you don't actually know. You don't you remember seeing these somewhere before. You can't remember, like, you know they're important, and they're a rarity, but you can't remember why. You find yourself two Gleam Blossom in full bloom.
Okay.
Oh, like there's more on here growing in the like off of this log and stuff, but there's only two here that are like in a position where you feel like you could like harvest them without
Transplant them, yeah.
like harvest them and not actually fuck up the plant and whatnot.
Yeah. So I could get some for medicinal use, and then the others, the two that are in full bloom, I can plant.
No, you would only be able to harvest two.
Oh, okay. So the other ones,
Because if you're unless you're planning on trashing this plant so it will never grow again, you have a chance at getting two.
okay.
You haven't got them yet. You see two that you feel confident that you can harvest without issues and damaging the plant in itself and still being able to like make use of.
Okay. Before
It's
I do,
they're a very delicate flower.
yeah, before I do anything, so I don't risk damaging the flowers in the process, I want to make sure my surroundings are safe enough for me to do this without being jumped.
Okay, perception check. Well, skill, perception.
Ooh,
The coast appears to be
20.
clear.
sick. I'm
There's
gonna.
a couple of rustlings in bushes, but it just sounds like little critters on their daily lives.
Okay, I'm going to take out my. And I'm gonna have to
Herbalism
roll.
stuff.
I've got to roll for it too. Where's my?
I
herbalism?
believe I put your herbalism on your
Yeah, I have
thingy.
it. I have it. I have it.
Are you being extra careful?
Yes.
Then you need to roll again.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh, oh yeah.
Okay.
25.
That's a bit
Yeah,
better.
I was going to say, if you're being extra careful because you know how delicate they are, I was going to say roll with advantage.
Yeah.
So the 19's the first roll on that one, so that's what you got. So you successfully harvest the two of these
Yay.
and able to pack them up in a way that should be okay for the journey home and whatnot.
It's fine. I paid that guy in the Pokemon game enough money so I can pack more stuff into my bag.
How much did you pay?
100,000.
Oh god. The
Wow.
scam. That guy is such a
Legit,
scam.
I am at that point in the game right now. I did actually pay him 100,000 at
Right.
this point.
Anyway, that's an off topic.
Yeah, I know.
Back to
By
the-
spending extra time and being extra careful, you are able to gather these.
Yay! Did I spot anything else, like food or animal wise, that is alive?
Well, when you were checking that there was not likely going to get jumped, you did notice there is animal life around.
Okay.
Nothing threatening.
Anything I could study?
Anything you can study. Um,
Even if it's a little critter, little critters can be useful.
High, low, good.
Oh. Hi.
Right. There seems to be. If you take after harvesting the plant, you spend a bit more time looking around for, like, see if you can find whatever it is that's going on, and you notice at the base of one of the trees there seems to be a mouse. What appears to be a mouse, tiny little fella, rummaging around the bottom of this tree, kind of scurrying over the roots and stuff. He climbs up a bit, but he does not dare venture into the tree itself.
Hmm. I don't think he.
You can take a chance to see if you'll hang around enough to.
Yeah, I will do that because I don't think he'll consider me a threat if I don't make a move towards him.
Okay. So
What do I roll?
you don't roll anything. I'm going to randomize whether he stays around long enough for you to do anything.
Oh, good point. Yes.
So, okay. If you want to spend like another hour here,
Yes.
this mouse doesn't seem to actually be going very far. He seems to be. You get the feeling like his little house is here somewhere. 'Cause he
Aw.
isn't going. He seems to just be like constantly foraging backwards and forwards amongst the couple of trees,
Forwards and backwards.
roots and stuff. And you kind of like every now and again he like ducks out of sight as he disappears under a root, and then kind of like reappears and whatnot. He seems to be scavenging for things.
So, would his shape be smaller than that of a squirrel?
He would be tiny. He
I
would be
thought so.
smaller than a squirrel.
Okay. Yeah, that's like. See, I don't care about big creatures or small creatures as long as it's a creature. It'll be useful because small creatures can sneak through things, and that's useful.
So yeah, he's tiny. He's
Fluffy.
effectively a fat mouse.
Fiat.
Yes, yeah.
So you basically, we'll say you spend like a good fair couple of hours watching this guy go around, studying him more, as long as and end up like spending a good chunk of the day, and then it's sort of like, okay, I should probably move on either.
Yeah.
Like before people think I died.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going.
And going with the not wanting to stray too far from camp.
Yeah.
If you leave this way,
Yeah,
it feels like you're going around in a circle. If you leave this way, it's not long until you actually find yourself coming back at the campsite.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll be coming from the
top north.
You would actually be coming back around from this side.
Oh, okay.
You've kind of like looped around.
Is that the whole day or half day?
Let's say about 3/4 of the day.
Okay.
Like total, like spending, like you spent like an hour or so. You spent like a bit. Let's say you spend a couple of hours, like just being quite content watching this little fella.
Okay.
It's entertaining enough.
Fair enough. I think that'll be it for my day then.
And then you head, yeah.
Don't think I can.
Then you
do
head back
much
to
more.
camp to basically chill out and
to digest what I just did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. I saw an adorable little mouse.
A little mouse, you say?
Yes, he was so cute. I also found these. I show him the flowers.
Where did you get those flowers, Otto?
Would you believe me if I said they were near those death plants that nearly drained the life out of me?
You mean the same plants that had you in something akin to a chokehold while they drained you of your life?
Oh yes, but this time I made sure not to get jumped.
Well, looks like you learned from that encounter. That's good.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot to write what they were down. What were they called again?
The flowers?
Yeah.
Gleam Blossom.
Gleam Blossom, okay. And I got 2 plants, cuttings.
You got 2.
2. Just those.
Yeah, just put 2.
And question mark, because I know they are important, but I don't know what they do yet.
You know they are rare. It's like, if you were to sell them, you could probably get a good price for these things if you sell them to the right person.
Yay! My first shiny.
Yeah, they are very valuable.
Oh gosh, my first holofoil. Anyway,
Oh gosh, more nerdy.
yeah. How's the sword,
Right.
the rapier going?
It's going.
It's going.
When you return, he would be working on the finger at this point.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot you got that. So,
Hmm.
is Cayenne still asleep? Or not
You
Cayenne?
mean Rill?
Rill. Sorry. I'm being dumb.
Unfortunately, yes. Zoho taps on the tent flap again. Rill, are you waking up any time today?
There is no response.
Then that's our answer. Then that's the answer to that question. She's intent on sleeping the day away.
Well, there's no harm in it today, at least.
Let's just hope she wakes up let's hope she wakes up if we're attacked out here.
Oh, I'm sure she will. She's usually dependable that way. Oh, excuse me.
Right, so you guys kind of like relax, do whatever you do on a chill day, just kind of like keep him watch a bit to make sure nothing's jumping Danny, kind of like watching Danny whatever she's doing. It's like she seems to be like going through all like she's at this point in time, like from in the morning, she's basically like made a copy of all the like text that was on the stones and stuff.
Inscribed on the rocks.
Like a more detailed version of what
Yeah,
Zoho
like
was trying.
actually like writing it down in a book as is.
Yeah.
Like it's still in primordial and like all the but she's like noting down all the symbols in order and stuff as you see it on the rock because you can't take the rock with you. And she's sort of like flicking through like books and whatnot as if she's like looking up notes and stuff she's had from like she already has from somewhere else and whatever research she's doing. Is at any point anyone actually going to be like amongst other than doing the things you're doing and concentrating on because they're not going to take
All day, yeah.
obscene amounts of time, like other than Otto going around for pretty much out of the equation for most of the day. Foreign's probably concentrating on what he's working on. So Cayenne or Zoho, you have kind of a bit more freedom. At any point, are you trying to be more nosy or have questions on what she's doing?
I mean, I would like to know how far she is on her translation.
Oh, Faye is back. Okay.
Well,
I think.
the translation is very tricky. Right now, I've made notes of it so I can come back to it when I need to. Right now, I am just checking my notes I've gathered from old text and whatnot to try and figure out if this is
This
what
is
we
gonna
say
be.
it is.
Well, this is gonna be dumb of me.
But
Mm.
I touch this one left stone and cast identify.
oh no. But wait, it doesn't count as an object technically.
If it's a
It
magic
is an
item or some
object.
other magic
It's a fucking. It's technically an object.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Okay. Can you roll an Arcana
Oh jeez.
with advantage?
Nice.
Wag.
Yay!
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
This particular stone is effectively half of a portal.
Oh.
All these, when you actually identify the like letters and stuff that are carved down this one, it actually starts becomes more clear that it's like a weird combination. It's not a portal as in a teleportation circle, but it's not a portal as in what you would expect as like a summoning portal, if that makes sense.
In other words,
It's
for the
like a
player,
hybrid. It's like some kind of hybrid,
Like a gateway. Ooh.
and this is like half of it.
okay,
You
so
also get the feeling that there's something in the fucking rocks.
okay, well, that's weird.
Oh, what's weird?
Um, so just by touching this one, this is half of a stronger teleportation circle type thing. There's something living in it, or is in it. I'm just going to assume that this one's the other half, but I don't want to.
Hmm.
I have two more. I have two more uses. I'm able to do like stuff like this 2 more times on the lowest I can do.
You said that's half, right?
Yeah.
She starts frantically flicking through one of her old books. Huh, interesting.
Am I going to be request it to do it on both the stone you're in front of and this one?
Are you able to do that?
Probably.
Would you mind doing that?
Ah, dear God.
It'd be a
Okay,
great
fine.
help.
I swear to God, I better get paid more. So let's see here. That's 2 down. Now, I just do identify again with this one. So
Same reading. It's half of this kind of portal-y thing, and it seems like there's something in this stone.
Now, is the whole thing one whole, or is it all one half of a portal?
No, as in there's half of whatever this thing is here, and half
Okay.
okay.
on this side, from what you can sense. It might be that they're connected underneath. In some way, it might be that they're two actual individual things, but together they work together. But there's something in the stone itself isn't magical, but it's you get the feeling there's something actually that isn't necessarily stone inside of it.
Okay, then
And that by touching, making contact where the symbols are carved in, you're actually touching that rather than the stone itself.
okay, then I'm just going to use 4 sorcery points to get back 2 first level spell slots and do this again. So at least I have 2.
On the one in the middle,
Yes.
this one seems to be dead. As in, there's traces of lingering magic, but it's not there anymore.
Yeah, I doubt we're going. Even if Zohos were to say the words, I'm pretty sure we're not getting that woman out of the stone ever again.
Especially considering she retreated into the sword upon giving it to me.
I thought she retreated into the. Whatever.
Oh, she went into the sword.
Yeah, she went to the sword.
Okay, well, rude. Well, I pointed at the sword. Rude. We need you to answer some questions. You
Mm,
damned sword. But
You saying that in character?
what's done is done. Yeah, no, she's pointing at the sword, and saying that. But what's done is done. It's all in the past. But yeah, these two connect under the dirt,
they
possibly.
connect. Oh.
Yeah,
They're two halves to a whole.
So
yeah,
it's
the two halves to a whole.
it's a giant U shape then.
Am I done with the green foam finger at this point?
Yeah, This
That
is kind of like just ongoing as stuff's happening. So if you want to put like,
I put
Yeah,
the
why
green
not?
foam finger away, and I step up to the stones.
that'll never not be funny in casual speech.
I look at Cayenne. Show me where they go under the ground.
you don't know specifically. It's like there's something in these stones, and it's magical.
Is it part of the stone?
For Kayan's sake, it's the stone seems to be covering it up.
I'm gonna step away for a second. I'm just grabbing some water.
The only thing I can tell is that the stone is literally covering it up. Whatever these inscriptions are, while arcane in nature, because I was able to tell that before we fought the sword. I was definitely.
Go ahead.
I just don't know. It's something inside the stone, but it's also being channeled by the writing, possibly.
Hmm.
I'm back.
Well, if something's inside, there's only one way to find out. And she pulls out a pick.
Oh,
I look at
It's not
Danny.
a big pick. It's a little pick.
yeah,
like an
it's
archaeologist.
archaeologist. Yeah. Ooh.
I hold up my hand. Hold for a second, Danny. Would I have anything bigger in my pack?
Oh no! That is a stupid move.
Thorin is getting in on this.
Don't know what pack have you got.
Otto is back, right?
I have an explorer's pack and an empty backpack.
I probably wouldn't be back. I'd basically be gone for the majority of the day.
Shit.
Darn.
So you're gonna be walking in onto something interesting in this auto.
Yeah, like you're still doing that while I'm still gone.
By the sounds of it, we're going to see if we can crack open the rocks.
Because I'm gonna be gone at least like 5+ hours.
I mean, I have a hammer, but I don't have a chisel.
Oh, I have one of those. You can borrow it. And she pulls out a chisel that is out of a pack.
I'm not gonna
Archaeologist, man.
question it. I'm not even out of character. I'm just not gonna question it at this point. I'm just gonna roll with it.
That's it. I'm getting me mullet.
I'm gonna look down here.
Oh, to be more specific, I am an archaeologist.
Yeah, fair enough. I take the chisel from Danny and I proceed to one of the two connected spires and use the hammer and chisel to start breaking the stone to see what's underneath.
Okay, before you do anything, can we just check back here? Because there's just this random lip.
When you say check, you mean
I place the chisel against the stone and raise the hammer. You have you have 10 seconds.
Give me longer to investigate to see if there's not like a hidden tunnel.
Hey,
Guys, there a hidden tunnel?
there is not a hidden tunnel. I'll just give you straight. There's not a hidden tunnel here.
So there's like
It's
no
just a
road,
ledge.
ain't no nothing. It's just for some odd reason a fucking ledge.
It's just a rounded ledge,
Okay, nope.
which
Go ahead.
accidentally makes a smiley face.
Swing the hammer and add the chisel and start chiseling away the stone.
Which one are you doing it to?
I'm
The
assuming
one I
the
am
one he's next to.
closest to.
Okay.
This one.
Yes.
Right. Well, if you start there, I will start over here.
Gonna
And
Zoho
then it's
just
going to
gets
get out a
their way.
little hammer and start like picking at it, like in the little cracks and stuff she can get into, and start pulling bits about.
Yeah, you can tell me afterwards, but I'm gonna keep my icon off to the side so that you guys know that I'm not actually here.
Right. So, it's gonna take a bit of work, but as you start like chipping into it, you notice that like after a little bit, and you've like chiseled away like a good like let's say like about 2 inches. There's about like about 2 inches of stone covering whatever this is, and you kind of like hit the end of your chisel, and instead of going in and cracking, you just get that when it like resonates because you've hit something fucking like a lot harder than stone.
Rings. Yeah. I
And as you
proceed to clear out more stone around where I've started to work.
Okay, and what are you doing?
Does it look like that any of the stone could just be pulled off by a crowbar? Because I have a crowbar for some reason.
You can start.
Alright.
You can start just whacking the stone with the sharp end of its crowbar.
Is it going to break the crowbar?
It's a metal crowbar. You should be all right.
Okay,
I'm not talking from experience in real life.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
He should be
okay,
all right.
Yeah, you should be all right with a crowbar. You can makeshift a pick. Like it's effectively a makeshift pick at this point.
If anybody knows
Okay.
about
Only 2
crowbars
inches
and
of
stuff.
stone of crumbly stone pieces.
So it's all like if you start like whacking near the base, let's say, because it's easier to hit there. It's all like eventually you like knock a chunk out, and then you're able like, oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah, it'd be
So as Foreign's hitting this and start like he comes to the point where it's like he hits it and there's like that like instead of going deeper, it just kind of has the like vibration of the thing going dong,
yeah.
and the chisel just not moving. Cayenne working on whichever one you are. It's like you manage to like brute force your way a hole after some like work. Meanwhile, Dan is just on the other side doing this like delicately, like an archaeologist. It's like little bit at a time. After you get this hole, and you manage to get like you notice like you get like an opening in the rock that's say a couple of inches across. There's a solid metal structure under here,
Oh,
or what appears to be some kind of metal.
oh my.
Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I'm just gonna use a second level spell slot and just like hold my finger against the metal for an hour or a minute. Why did I say an hour? I don't know why I said an hour.
What are you doing?
I'm seeing if the metal actually gives me anything specific. More than
Oh,
what the
you're
stone
actually
did.
making contact with the metal itself. Now you can get your hand in there.
Yep.
And do an identify again.
Yep.
Your brain. Can you roll a wisdom saving throw?
God damn it! Not again.
Okay, you don't pass out.
That's not good.
You don't like. Now you can make contact with it. This thing, like whatever this is, makes no sense to your head. It's like rather than getting the information, it's like you're just overloaded with the amount of like raw magic coming out of this thing. So rather than get it you don't get any new information. It's all like you're like, okay, seems to be some kind of connected portal, and as you like spend time in contact with it, it's your brain. It feels like your brain's starting to like fry. With like the magic, like as the magical energy in this thing kind of like starts seeping into you, and like your head, like you start getting it's like seems like a bit of a headache because you're concentrating too much, and it's just like full
Do I at
blown
least get
fucking migraine, and then it's all like you're like, oh shit, I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Do I at least get a type of magic?
Old magic.
Primordial magic. The fucking ow. Okay, Cayenne would just recoil back.
Zoho runs over to her.
Just gets to at least about here. Okay,
Cayenne,
so
are you all right?
God, fuck. So same thing that happened with the sword, but worse. I got nothing and it it's just an entire metal structure, or just I'm gonna assume forming the letter U underneath, just filled with primordial magic.
Primordial magic. Like the wind elementals. Just what is this thing?
I'm gonna go with a nope. We wait until Otto gets back, and he uses some spell to pack that in.
That would be for the best.
Okay. So, uh,
Or we can wait for him just to dig around one side of it so that we can just see more of it and see if there's text, but so then we're not exposing the upper layer here.
so there's currently a hole in the rock, which is more than big enough to stick your hand in and notice it's metal and fry your brain if you try and fucking magic it. Foreign, what are your thoughts? That is like getting very. It seems to be getting excited.
Who, Danny?
Yeah, Danny seems to be getting excited at discovery.
Can
Which point this is
I-
about when you're gonna walk in, Otto.
Can I investigate this to see if I know what it is?
The metal itself.
Yes.
And in comes Nanners. I mean, what?
So
Oh, hey,
you
guys.
don't actually know. Well,
Mm.
actually, no. You
Otto.
technically are a blacksmith, aren't you?
Yeah.
To some so
I mean, he's an artificer.
it's not that. It's like his history is
Oh.
like and dwarfs and stuff mixing together is a bit stereotypical, but he has some blacksmithing knowledge and whatnot.
Oh no, Josh
What
is doing the
skill?
breathing thing again.
This I won't make you roll for this. This is what the fucking hell was that name?
Stargate.
You're funny.
That
Oh,
song
that's
has
it.
been literally playing in
Um,
my head the moment you guys started telling me that's half of the
If
game.
you kind of like from the way it like feels and the coloring and stuff, you would guess this may be adamantine based on the knowledge you have.
It's made of
But
Wolverine.
we're talking, we're not talking like, hey, someone made spent a long time making this really good armor and shit out of this really good metal. We're talking like this thing is solid. It ain't going nowhere.
Jeez.
I sit down and stroke my beard as I consider what it's made out of. But where would they find such a load of and a vein of adamantine that size? It would take years to get something this large.
Considering how ancient
Hmm.
it is, we probably know where it all went. This.
Oh, hey, guys.
I look at Danny. Would you like to know what it's made of?
Oh, is that thinking in your head?
Yes, that was thinking in
Okay.
my head.
Should have said that out
Do you know? Well, do you know?
loud.
It's adamantine. And what's more, unlike adamantine armor, which is scarce and rare, this is a solid piece from end to end. So much
That's-
so that to find adamantine in such quality would require, well, a vein of adamantine that would be massive, impossible to hide.
You say adamantine weird.
It doesn't matter.
Is it-
Adamantine.
It's his accent.
Adamantine.
Yeah, it's his accent.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know.
19.
Yeah, I know. It's still
Adamantine.
weird.
There would be a record of it, and most likely within a dwarven city.
Dwarven sick.
You would hope.
You'd hope.
Well, if this is what I'm thinking, it is. This has been lost for centuries, millennia, no, centuries, a long time.
Hmm.
I think
It
we're
was-
on one of the biggest. I think we might have found one of the biggest discoveries ever.
Oh, hey
I
guys.
look at Danny. If this has something to do with the dwarven clans, I must say I should know, because I cannot hide this.
Oh, hey, you guys managed to dig out some of this pillar. That's pretty nice.
Otto, be careful. It's full of primordial magic. I can't even use identify on it without needing to be in contact with the stone.
Is it? Oh, wow.
Yes, Kyan got one massive headache from it. It seems.
I could have passed out.
Actually, Otto, can you make a wisdom saving throw?
I'm
Oh,
not
God.
touching it.
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
We exposed it.
Wait, save, right?
Yeah.
Eh. Eh.
If
Eh.
he flubs it, he flubs it.
Halfway.
Right. So you being a druid with your attunement to nature, as you approach it, this seems very fucking wrong.
Whoa.
This does not fit your like. This is making you feel like something is out of whack in like the natural order.
Okay, so when you
Like
touched
the balance
it,
is wrong.
when you touched it, what did you feel?
Would you like to explain it to me better?
Well, you touched it, you were fine for a few seconds, and as you started doing your identify spell and touching it with the magic, your magic, it started feeling like the magic started filing back and started seeping into you, and it started feeling like you got a headache, and then very rapidly you went from wait, this is a not a little headache from thinking too much to I feel fucking migraine. I'm starting to feel sick into oh shit, I'm about to pass out. At which point you backed the fuck away and went, nope.
Yeah, I'm backing the fuck away as well. And I
So,
advise the professor to back away from it as well.
so I'm gonna go off on a limb and say I didn't feel anything prior to me using the spell. It felt normal, it felt fine, but then I used the magic and it fought back.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know what to tell you guys, but I have a strong sense of this being very unnatural and very wrong for some reason.
Hmm.
And I wasn't even touching it.
I look at Danny. What do you know?
Huh? Well,
You
what
s-
you just told me.
Yes, but it seems like you suspect something more. And given that this has now caused 2 of our magic users to have an issue, and that I've discovered that this is adamantine, pure, solid adamantine, I am curious to know if you even know what it is.
Zoho just walks over to one of the other pillars.
Would
It just looks at it.
would I know if adamantine this much adamantine is even possible? Now that I hear what it's made out of.
That's not really your expertise.
No, I know
seeing
it's
as
not my
that, like,
expertise, but maybe I've heard of it. I don't know.
so no.
Okay.
It's more the magic, whatever magic's this giving off is making you feel like some balance is being thrown out.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
as for
Guy-
foreign, it's like, no, well, this is why I'm here, trying to find the gateway.
Cayenne, I believe, is trying to connect. Oh, with a sword.
Wait, with
Does
Zoho's
it work?
sword?
does it work?
Just your mind. You try to telepathically connect to this. Shit. Okay. A
Uh-oh.
creature you can see. Well, you can't see the creature. You see an object.
And the creature is
So-
the object.
So no, it doesn't connect.
Damn it! And Zoho's just looking at Cayenne, focusing.
Nice try.
What are you doing?
Uh,
Zoho, does the sword talk to you at all?
Zoho looks at holds up the sword.
Not that you know
Squints
of.
at it.
Hasn't done it yet. If it does, it hasn't done it yet.
maybe there's a summoning command or something. Because it would be very nice
like
if we could talk to this spirit since it came out of this structure in the first place.
Well, I could give it a try, though I'm not sure if it'll work or not.
Yeah.
He holds the
Zoho, right?
sword out.
Zoho,
Hmm?
right now, that thing is our own. That thing is our best chance of being able to figure out what the hell this is and being able to leave fast. Because the only thing that I could think of is if he, pointing at Otto, does not find that primordial magic to be natural, I can only think it's the opposite of nature.
It's not just unnatural, it feels wrong to me.
Wrong.
Feels like the balance is off.
Yeah, like, it feels like, I don't know, like, it could do something that isn't right. I can't tell you more, that's all I feel.
And the only thing I can think of, just from what we have experienced since the part from the festival, just coming here, is either it's too far aligned with a singular magical type element, or it's the complete and utter reverse, and it's a backlash of negative energy. And I can't even tell if I'm correct on this.
Alright then. He holds the sword up. Okay, how would I even bring her out?
Well, what
Oh
would...
no, try saying the phrase again.
Yeah, I was about to say.
The phrase?
Westwind, I call to you. To you I call.
Okay,
What was it?
West wind to you I call.
All you see is boosh.
The wind picks up a bit,
Oh,
but nothing happens.
Damn.
There was a slight. Oh, something's happening. No, it's just the wind.
That didn't work.
what if
Yeah.
you use its name in the call?
Okay. Sabakaze, to you I call.
Nothing happens.
Damn it.
Okay, I don't think we're gonna get any information. Now, if it's refusing to come out of the sword or at least talk to you.
Yes, this is frustrating.
We'll figure this out later down the line. Just
Zoho's still staring at the sword.
So,
Trying to
how did you explain
of
the
a way.
structure, by the way? Is it a U-shape that is connected to the middle one, or is it a U-shape that is separate from the middle one?
They're connected to. They're two halves of the same hull.
They're
The prediction is that it's a U shape that's connected.
Yeah, but
But
is it connected to the middle spire at all?
The middle
No.
spire has no magic energy left in it.
Yes,
No,
so, like, has anyone tried to break into the middle one?
considering I felt absolutely nothing when I used identify on it. The only thing I'm gonna say is that it is that ghost wind spear. Its sword got put here to guard it.
Yes, but for what reason?
Fuck if we know.
What do... there is no magic there, but is it made of the same thing inside?
Oh,
Well, only one way to find out. Zoho walks over to the middle pedestal, cracking his knuckles.
I won, and just let me just go at it with the crowbar.
You can punch rock, right?
You can punch rock. It's like punching rock.
It's gonna hurt, no matter how strong you are.
Have you punched a brick wall before? Because it's gonna feel a lot like that.
I mean, monks have
I
punched trees to the point where their fists don't feel it.
yeah.
No, they feel it.
During
just
my
good at hiding it.
training,
Punch
during
sand.
my training at the monastery, we were trained to punch trees,
Sand.
striking away the bark, while also toughening our fists, so that we do not feel any recoil when we punch. Although I never really punched rock before. First time for anything, really.
Actually,
It-
there is something else we could do. Turn this
What?
to Otto. Just hear me out on this. You might not like it, but you know how you made that tunnel all under the wind wall?
Yes.
Do it again, but here.
Do you want me to
Specifically-
unearth the entire structure or just one spire?
Just underneath the middle one. See if it's connecting.
Okay. Hiya!
You're gonna start digging a hole.
Yes.
Diggy hole.
Right. You're going under the middle spire?
Around the middle spire, yes. Around and underneath.
Target an area of loose earth, you can instantaneously excavate it.
Yeah, it's
It's helpful.
it is helpful. So you start where would you like to start? Any particular side of this rock?
The front part, yeah.
Okay. So you start excavating the dirt, and you kind of like when you're digging it out with hands, though magically, it's all like it seems like it's being scooped up and then like piled up on like to the sides.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it back over the cliff so that it's not in our way.
As you, so the dirt, you're basically pushing the dirt around the rock.
Yep.
So digging a hole this side, pushing the dirt around the rock
Mm-hmm.
the other side. Okay. As you do this, are you standing there?
I'm standing roughly where I'm currently standing on the map, yes.
Okay. Do, 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 do. I need
Whoa.
you and Cayenne to make a deck save.
Oh no!
Oh my.
As you start to excavate under this rock, it starts leaning forward.
Uh-oh.
Guys,
Remember, these are about 20. This rock's like 20 foot tall.
Hey!
Okay. Oh no.
Cayenne is still reeling from the headache.
So, Otto, you managed to step aside as you realize that this is not balanced. This is not connected as far down as you think.
Shit.
Cayenne, you as how far exactly are you? You are exactly on 20 foot. So
I'm getting bonked on the head.
you're getting smacked on the head.
Bong.
Oh, I rolled low. Good. You take 7 damage as the edge of it basically comes down and like it doesn't actually land directly on you, but it's like being like it feels like someone much like just rugby tackled you in the shot like in the side as it
Body
basically
slam.
makes contact. You
And
take
I was
7 bludgeoning damage.
I immediately
about
go,
to
oh, I'm so sorry, and I immediately just mold earth around him so that he doesn't get
And
crushed
there's
easily.
no, they're not under it.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not enough to actually.
Oh, it grazed
But
him
like
then.
it's all like smacks them in the
Right, sir.
shoulder like they've
Okay.
been rugby tackled.
Okay.
Also, there's a loud crack as the remnants of the fire from last night, and it just gets crushed underneath this thing.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we'll need to make a new fire pit.
More against that. What? I thought this was connected.
It's not. We wanted just
Doesn't
to
look-
see underneath.
Speaking of, Zoho runs over to where. Ow.
Am I able to physically
behind it to
move that with
see
the
if it's
spell so that
anything
it's not in the way?
The rock
Yeah.
that just fell over. It's actually stone, so mold earth wouldn't be able to break it apart.
I didn't say break it apart. I said move it because it does say loose earth and stone.
It's a cantrip, so I'm gonna say this is too heavy.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Unless it's just a bunch of stones stacked on top of each other.
Are we?
It's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's all like it's all one solid thing, like effectively one solid thing.
If we all work together to lift it and maybe move it towards the cliff, would we be able to do that?
Why do you need to move it?
Oh, well, we were trying to unearth the U shape, not this. Technically, right?
If we wanted to
No.
unearth the U shape, I would have said this one or this
Okay.
one. We just wanted to make sure that this one wasn't actually connected
Yeah.
to this.
All right. Well,
Well, now we know.
it's not connected. Do you want to break it open and see what's inside?
I'm pretty sure it's just a bunch. I'm pretty sure it's just a giant rock. But sure, if anyone
Well,
wants
let's
to go
find
ham on,
out.
I mean,
If
if
anyone
it's
wants to
made
go
of
ham on it,
adamantite and it has no spell power like the other two, wouldn't we be able to use that for materials?
I have no idea how this works. Here you goes. Oh, here's a crow bar in case your fist doesn't like you punching the stone.
I will hold on to this for now.
I'm just gonna
Zoho
sit here
punches
and
the
collect
rock.
this.
The one that fell over.
Yes.
Which end? Middle, top, middle, bottom.
Around here.
Okay. Make. Are you just doing like multiple consecutive punches?
Yes.
Consecutive normal punches.
Yes. Do your So do it as one turn. So do normal unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm.
You get extra attack now because you leveled up, so you get a second unarmed strike. You get your bonus unarmed strike, and then you can do another one if you want to spend the key on it.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, so
I whiff it. I rolled a net one. I'm both the hit and the damage.
It's fine.
so are you doing this like left, right, left, right? Are you doing this like fuck it, I'm just gonna punch it, both arms together? How are you
Left,
doing these three
right.
attacks?
Left, right, and both.
Okay. So. Oh, fun. I need Cayenne and
Again!
Otto to make a constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Wait, a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
What?
Fuck.
Oh
Is he gonna
no!
shoot debris?
Okay, and then right. This was earlier than expected.
Earlier?
I am moving away now.
What?
Okay, so
What happened?
Mouse, what is your wisdom modifier right now?
Shit.
Oh.
I think the sword's angry at us.
What?
It's either the sword or it actually has a component to this fucking
I don't know.
monstrosity.
What's the modifier?
It's the little
plus-
number on your wisdom, yeah.
+3?
Alright, okay, so right. So like Otto failed, Cayenne you passed.
What happened?
So Otto, you take 11 damage.
Ugh!
Cayenne's gonna take 6. As you
Wait,
punch
wait, wait,
this
wait,
with
wait,
both fists together,
What kind of damage?
thunder damage.
I am going to use absorb elements.
Oh. Oh.
So you take half the damage.
Yes.
So you and Cayenne take 6. So what's happening is, as Zoho like left, right, and then for his final one he brings both fists in together at the same time. There's just this loud booming sound echo out from where he lands,
He's like,
and a wave of energy fires out through the rock. The end of the rock crumbles, but because of you being on the opposite side to where he is punching and stuff, he manages to catch you and Cayenne because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh shoot, is thunder damage not something I can absorb?
No,
It's
you
not
can
on the
absorb it.
list.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, it can only. Yeah, it's on the list.
I say
You can-
cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage.
Yeah, you can absorb thunder, so
I
you
don't
take
see
6 instead of
thunder on the
11.
list, but yeah, okay, good. Why is my absorb elements different from Cayenne's?
Because mine's also because it's also an attack. You
On
have
the
to
full
remember.
text.
Oh, okay.
Yours hasn't got, for some reason yours hasn't got the list on there like it should.
Weird.
We'll fix that later.
Well, no, I added a list because I also had it. It's just
So
that
here's
mine's
the-
also an attack.
Yeah, so is
And
mine.
Zoho hears
Tufts
the
is also
boom.
meant to be the same.
Oh, many peeks over the rock. What was that?
Why did you
Apparently
just-
we took damage from that. Let us
Why
step
did
away.
you? Why did you use Thunder Wave?
Thunderwave? I'm a monk. I don't know any spells. I don't even know how that happened.
I'm gonna get
All
behind
I
you
did was
now.
punch. Sorry.
What did you do?
All I did was strike the rock with both hands.
Okay, Kai, what does my expertise in fucking Arcana tell me?
It did
Is
seem
it
a lot like
fucking bad?
Thunderwave.
Okay, I'm just going to go off on a limb.
Mm.
You might be a bit more inclined to doing some type of monk versions of spells.
What?
Or it could be
'Cause-
the rock.
If it was the rock, I would be fucking concerned.
Well, the top of the rock is now a pile of rubble on the floor.
Is there anything
So
inside?
it's either
Can I inspect the rubble?
Continue with your. I didn't mean to interrupt, but continue with the whole like what the fuck happened because this is entertaining for me.
the only thing I can think of, because I've never met as many monks as what you can do, but some are able to do moves that are equivalent to spells.
Equivalent to spells.
Essentially, like what you just did. I feel like someone from my hometown told me they met a traveling monk that just did something similar, but it was an entire area instead of the area in front of you.
Huh.
Is it bad when I heard you
Zoho
say
just looks at his hands. I didn't know I could do that.
Trust me, people are wondrous and weird creatures. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to eventually find out this one day when I play my vial. It's just going to accidentally cause me to cast a magic.
Suddenly, Bard.
Yes.
Casting thunder with a pluck of a string.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Gosh.
You joke.
In all of my training at the monastery, I was never capable of doing that.
Well, let's test it out. How about you go on the
Hmm.
other side of the stone, so that way we're not aiming it towards sleeping teammates here. And do
Right.
exactly what you did last time.
Okay. He gets ready to punch the rock. And does so.
Okay, how are you
So-
punching the rock?
Left. Right. Both hands.
Boom. As you land with both hands, there's a loud, thunderous boom, and a wave of energy fires out.
For fuck's sakes, he is a Street Fighter combo character!
Okay, how about we don't punch the rock, just punch the air in that direction, just
Away from us.
yes.
Right.
Shadow box, whatever.
Yeah,
God, I'm
so-
just gonna
I
examine the rubble now.
Okay. How about this time we just start off with both hands?
So you're gonna do both hands together.
Yes. With the hit.
So, shit notes. This.
I mean, technically you didn't whiff it, you're just throwing it out at air.
Yeah.
Air offers no resistance.
Actually, let's make it interesting.
So as you do this to the air, like just following the motions that you did,
hmm
nothing happens.
With
Huh.
with both hands?
Just both hands.
Alright, why don't
Nothing happens.
now why don't you try the combo then?
Okay. First, the left. Then the right. And both.
Nothing happens.
Okay, then it's the rock.
Okay. Definitely the rock. Yep, definitely the rock. Zoho would like to inspect the rubble.
Okay.
Pretty sure there's only this left.
Considering I just
Well, there's a little
destroyed
more
these-
than that because this part's in the middle. It gets thicker as it goes down, but yeah.
Is there like nothing
Uh,
in the middle?
So no, it's just the fact that there's the end is narrower and therefore easier to break.
Well, no, what I'm asking, the reason why I was asking him to break it in the first place was, is there anything in the middle like the other two pillars?
That's why you're doing searching through the rubble. It's a
Okay.
pile of rubble now.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
fair enough.
The part that there's half of it here and then a pile of rubble.
Okay.
Right. So Zoho would like to investigate the rest of the rubble. The rest of the rock. And the rubble. I don't know.
Rubble.
Investigate.
Rabble.
Roll investigation then.
I'm
As you
gonna
search through the rubble.
I'm gonna roll it too. I'm interested.
Investigation.
Yeah.
15.
12.
Okay.
Hang on.
I'm stupid. Zoho did the damage. He's smarter at this.
Alright,
Slightly.
So, Zoho is the one who finds it.
Hmm?
There seems to be some kind of gemstone in this rock.
Ooh.
Or at least in the pile of rubble.
Is it jutting out of the base or in the rubble itself?
Oh, it's just sitting. It's just sitting in the pile of rubble.
Okay.
Zoho reaches. Zoho brushes away the rest of the rubble so that he can grab the gemstone and hold it up.
How big is this? Palm-sized, pinky-sized,
Like, how big is it?
softball-sized?
Probably about the size of baseball.
Okay.
Like an orb.
I stroke my.
Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Like it's not a perfect. It's not a sphere.
It's like an oblong.
It's more like oval in shape.
Okay.
Oh.
I stroke my beard. I'm like, now hold on a second. You want to do me a favor?
Hmm?
Keep that in your hands.
Okay.
Walk off in a direction, and do your combo again in midair. While holding that.
Just. Oh, okay. Oh wait, Kyan did an Arcana check.
Oh, sorry.
On the opal.
Yep.
It appears. Well, I'm not even sure. Hang on, let me just double check my notes. Whether
Who
that
is
was the
slamming
correct
their
one.
keyboard? Is loud.
Where's the page gone?
Oh, for
Did I not write this down here?
Oh, I think Josh died. Josh?
Right.
hello.
There
It's
is
fine.
just on an Arcana check. This appears to be a gemstone.
Hello.
Yep, you're
Hello,
fine.
Josh.
We hear you.
I gotta restart my PC. It just bugged out really hard on me.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
If you can hear us,
We'll
no
do an
problem.
awkward 5-minute break so he has time to restart.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No,
I
you're
need to-
fine. You're
My,
fine.
I need to
my
BRB.
browser and
Yeah.
everything
Me
else
too.
just started to bug.
It's fine. I need to BRB as well. All right, folks, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more D&D and identifying gems. Alrighty, folks, we're back with some more tabletop gaming, and we're trying to figure out what the stone is.
Yes. So
Yeah, so
You gotta
No.
brought one of them down on our heads.
I did not understand any of that.
And you
I
kind
think
of
he
brought
yawned.
one of them down on our heads almost.
well, so it's about the size of a baseball, and
But it's not a perfect like
it's not
sphere.
it's smooth and stuff, but it's not like a sphere. It's
It's a Chaos
like,
Emerald.
it's more like an egg. It's more like an egg.
It's a Chaos Emerald. Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Right.
Can I investigate it with my dwarven knowledge?
So is
It's technically a stone.
sure.
Yes.
it a rough
Uh,
stone or is it a cut stone?
Smooth. He said
It's
smooth.
actually smooth.
So
Okay, well,
Okay.
I'd like to investigate it.
So, just for sake of Cayenne, because I can't remember if I said an Arcana check wouldn't tell you if it's magical
interesting.
because it does. It's nothing obviously magical about it.
Mm.
But considering where it's come from and where you're at, so for foreign stone knowledge, being a dwarf and whatnot, and
Do I
know
have to
too
roll
much
anything?
artificer.
It's nice to have a artificer on the team.
Let's see how. Yeah, let you roll a intelligence with proficiency
Now,
as a check.
personally for me, am I feeling anything negative from it like the other stuff?
No.
Cool.
Wow.
What?
Foreign.
Oh.
This is
Woof.
foreign. You don't know whether it's important. It's
It's a rock.
it's a moonstone, and that's all you know.
I relay this to everybody else.
A moonstone that makes thunder.
Oh, well, let's try what I
Okay.
was going to tell you in the first place. You try and punch with
Right.
that in your hands.
And Zoho's going to punch in this direction.
Nothing
Right.
happens.
Okay.
Or at
No,
least
no, no,
the thundery boom thing doesn't happen.
Hit the stone.
Hit the stone? Are you nuts?
You could just use
Nothing else
identify
has
again.
happened up to this point, unless you have a better idea.
I can just use identify again and take an 8-hour nap.
Cayenne.
Cayenne is like, I will use identify and everything today,
Holds
even
the
though I don't
gemstone.
really need to.
Zoho holds the gemstone out to Cayenne.
Neat, great. Identify anything.
There's a slight sense of magic coming off of it, but it feels like it's faded. Feels like it had a lot more magic in it recently,
Oh,
and now the amount's kind of gone
did
down.
we literally use the magic out of it, or was it holding the spirit or something? Oh.
Okay, whatever it was, it's dead, Chief. It ain't coming back.
It's not dead. There's still some magic in it,
Hmm.
but it's like weaker magic.
Okay, but I don't get anything specific, like if it's a magical item that could be imbued again.
It's not going to die out, if that's what you mean.
Can it
No,
be
we're asking
recharged?
if we can recharge it, kind of like a soul stone from like Skyrim, for example.
This is what I'm getting at. It's not dead. This is a stone. It houses magic.
Hmm.
It's weak, but it's not dead.
Would I know how to charge it?
Would anyone in our group know how to charge it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
I know how to infuse items.
With magic?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
sure
your
there-
infusions are effectively a type of that, I suppose.
An effective type of enchantment?
I'm just,
Give me a
All right.
second. I have to open up my sheet again.
I'm just gonna investigate this again for any more stones.
Casting identify on it would be. It has magic in it. It had way more magic in it, and you can feel like it's died down. It's like, and I'll actually say it feels like it's attuned to the wind.
It's attuned to the wind. There used to be more magic in it. I have no idea what it is.
Hmm. Perhaps if we bring this to an expert, they'll provide more insight.
I'm sure
What
we
it-
can
on
find
what
one
this
in the
is.
city.
Yes, back in Carnell.
In the
Perhaps
meantime,
we can ask the leader of the guild.
that too,
Yes,
yes.
Gunthorpe. He might know something about this.
Let's see if we can find any more stones in this rock. Maybe we can make use of all of them.
Zoho
I look at
pockets.
Otto. Are you gonna end up burying someone again?
No. I'm going to use this chisel and hammer. Or I
Zoho
point at
pockets
chisel.
the aforementioned Thunderstone.
Or that pick over there. I don't know, just maybe not with fists this time?
Yes.
Could you perhaps use mold earth to uncover the rest of this structure underground?
I can't do that until this is moved out of the way anyway.
Why did you have to knock it over, Zoho?
You guys asked me to! That's not
I
fair!
didn't.
Zoho didn't knock it over.
That
Otto did
was-
exactly what Zaz started excavating around and
He
under the
did-
rock, and
he
it fell over.
You didn't focus on a certain direction, it seems.
Next time you go to do something like that, ask me first.
I asked.
can
Oh,
at
you
least-
should have piped up! If you
I
knew
thought
so
you
much.
would have had a little more common sense.
I was asked to dig. It wasn't specified where, and it wasn't specified how. That is not on me. We all assumed it was connected.
Even if it is, there could have been something structural or something else.
Okay, this is going nowhere.
Or
Well, let's look at the bright side. We know that that isn't connected to the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the entire point of seeing if this was connected.
And once we
So-
break this apart, I can totally move this. I just can't do it as a whole piece.
Is there any way we can like break this apart really quickly?
If you want more thunder
Just-
waves,
Ugh.
I promise not to strike it anymore.
Ugh. Otto, move. Everybody, step back from the stone.
I'm not in your
Danny.
way.
Moving
Uh-oh.
away.
He's getting all serious on this.
Denny, I must ask that you step away from the spires, please.
Serious rocket
Zoho
hammer!
waves Danny over to where
Any
he's
particular
standing.
one, or
Danny, over here.
Zoho, behind me.
I take a stance
okay.
behind this pillar.
I see. I get an idea.
I'm taking a stance behind the pillar.
There's like only this much of this stone left.
It's the big bit, though.
Yes, which is why
Everything was rubble.
God,
Everything
why am I
else is
doing
rubble.
This? Why am I doing this?
Shoot it.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Hold on. Wait.
whatever you do, just shoot
Oh.
it this way.
Oh, I feel chum.
Would you like to explain to the one that has the most experience what are you using?
I'm assuming a spell's coming out at some point.
Hmm.
I am going to use this.
You fucking madman.
on the
do you-
remnants of the rock that's fell over.
Oh, new.
It pours for the creature in 10-foot radius. Okay, so where's the center point going?
Oh, I
This
would say
square?
right here because only in this area right here is actual rock. This is all. This is.
I would
all
not
pebbles
recommend
and
putting
small
in
rock.
this square because you're gonna hit yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like right.
no.
So like right at the tip of this. Just say right here.
Go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this is your
Is there any way I can cast this so that I save the spell slot? I forget.
Is it a ritual?
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Alright, so you
Uh-huh.
cast this spell on the rock with everyone being far enough away,
Mm.
and it doesn't seem like there's an immediate effect, but then you kind of like see cracks forming over, like creeping out from roughly the center point, and it kind of falls apart. It's not like it's like bits like around the size of a. There's a bit that's size of a breeze block, another bit that's like a brick. Some bits that are just like pebbles.
So it didn't break like Zoho's part. It broke in bigger chunks.
Yeah, it's broken up into manageable pieces, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Screed.
To answer my question, I don't remember how you said we could cast that before.
Cast what?
Shatter.
Yeah. No.
An attack.
Is there a way to? I guess I have to use a spell slot for that. Never mind.
Yes.
I'm just gonna.
Yes, it's an attack spell, so you use the spell slot on it.
The only thing you can do
Okay.
to avoid, I believe, is a ritual style.
Yeah, it's rituals, and then there's some things attached to special abilities, which are like you can do this so many times a day.
And, you know,
free.
cantrips.
Like warlocks, eldritch invocations let them cast certain spells, like for free.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to cast this as a ritual if I wanted to save a spell slot, which would take like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but
something
that's
like
assuming it was a ritual.
that. It is not.
And you
It is
can't.
not. It's shatter is just a nasty spell to do damage.
Oh, I come back. I survey the damage, and I'm like, that'll do, I think. And I start casting Mold Earth on the pieces, and I'm not sure if this is possible, but can I sift the pieces? So if there was anything different with the rocks, like separate them?
There's nothing. This is all just the same kind of muddle of rock.
So there's no special
there's nothing-
gemstones left in there?
There's nothing. You won't find anything in the rest of it.
Alright, so I just start...
There's a couple of pieces that you would have to like physically move, but there's nothing you couldn't physically like just lift up and move out the way.
I
now.
just Mold Earth all the stuff that I can push, and I push it off the cliff.
Oh
Now,
God,
I'm
we're
gonna ask
developing a pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask if I can do something. I'm going to step over to this one as Zoho to move.
Huh?
Over to Otto, please.
Huh?
Okay.
Please don't do shatter
Now-
on the actual, like, ring
Yes.
itself. No. That is bad. No.
That's adamantine. Use that so yourself.
The adamantine won't be affected, but the stone will be broken. So we won't have to
Here's the thought.
dig it
Here's the
out.
thought. How about we clear out the area first before
Dodge!
shattering that, and see what's underground before you do something like that. We don't know what is attached to the adamantine.
Agreed. We only see what is above
enough.
ground. There may be more buried underground that we don't see.
And considering
We need to
my
estimate this.
sense of this thing not being right, and, my brain just shut off.
And considering that when I punched the middle rock after it tipped over, it released a thunder wave to everyone opposite where I struck. I don't think this is a good idea.
Yeah, I think this is a very terrible idea. I think we should uncover more before we do anything drastic like that again.
I think we should move the tents.
That too!
That too.
But first, I'm going to move this stuff off of this. Well, I'll clean this place up while you move the tents.
Right.
Right.
Zoho helps move some of the tents.
Yeah, I just...
A quick job of packing, and kind of semi-packing, and then like taking the pegs out,
Yeah.
and then just sort of like heaving the tent. Is like right.
Yeah, and we're not even going to take her out of it. We're just going to drag the tent with her in it across the field.
She doesn't feel anything.
And
She's not in it.
yeah, between my Mold Earth and my strength, am I able to just move all that stuff out?
What, the rock and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You could have shoveled it out, or are you mean like digging further down?
No, I'm just trying to clear out all the rock. Like you said, there were some big pieces that I couldn't move with Mold Earth.
Yeah, there's a couple of like pieces that are too heavy for Mold Earth to do.
Am
but you
I
could-
able to
You
lift
could
and push them?
yeah, physically you could lift them up.
That is what I will do then.
We're talking like just like a over the weight limit for the cantrip.
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
what I thought.
thing,
Yeah,
not for you.
I
You can make a pile.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna move everything off the cliff, and then I crack my knuckles and wait for everybody to be ready. Is everybody done over
So-
there?
Ready.
Ready.
Okay. And I start
You worked.
molding earth the entire thing, but doing it in a way that is only uncovering the ring and not letting it fall over.
So kind of like
I'm just going to mold earth this.
You're gonna basically mold Earth from the middle to see if you can find a point where they
Yeah, where they
that goes
touch.
across.
Yeah, I'm not
Alright.
going to do it on either side so that they have a way to like
So-
fall this way or this way.
you start using mold Earth to quickly like dig down and around, and you slowly like push use it to push the soil further and further away as you dig down. You get to about between 5, not quite 10 feet, somewhere between 5 and 10 feet down. You find what appears to be a solid surface, same coloration of what's beneath these rocks.
Okay, so the adamantine or the rock itself?
The
That's
adamantine.
the adamantine.
Okay. How far does the rock connected to the adamantine go down below the ground?
At this point, you've only kind of like got down the middle, like this middle bit.
No, I mean like from the surface, how much does
How
the
deep?
spires encircle the adamantine before it
Yeah.
stops like covering it?
We haven't got that far yet. I'm assuming you're starting in the middle and working your way out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You said I just
Yeah, so-
I revealed
Yeah.
adamantine, not rock.
Yeah,
is what
at
I'm
the
saying.
bottom in the middle, you reveal adamantine.
Okay, so it's just in the middle that's that is raw adamantine. It's not.
And
like...
then if you want to keep
No,
going to
you
Oh.
haven't
see,
dug out the other side
Okay,
yet.
I only.
if
I
you
only
want to
did the middle.
start excavating around to see where it's going,
Yeah,
is that what you're doing next?
I'm going. I'm only.
You dig down and then you make the hole wider.
Yeah, I make the hole wider and just connect it to the sides that are facing each other. Only there, so that it doesn't have a chance to fall over, other than inwards, if they aren't
Alright.
connected.
As you widen the hole, slowly getting closer and closer to the pillars, it's not a U shape. It's not like a horseshoe that's sticking out the ground.
Okay.
Oh.
There's a flat platform under here. It seems to be slanting down towards you.
Okay.
It's not perfectly flat. Well, it's perfectly flat, but it's not like level. It's on a slant. It seems to be sticking up as it goes this way and going deep, and that way seems to be getting deeper.
All right, guys. I seem to see a platform sticking out towards where we're standing. So if you guys could back up a little, I'm going to need to dig out a little bit more in this area.
Moving back.
Yep, that's the wrong tool. And I move back here. And I start just molding earth in this general area. Okay.
1 moment.
Okay. I make it slanted so we can walk down to the platform once we get to it.
Is that Gunthorpe responding?
Wait, what?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Sorry, I was
hold-
typing something to Faye.
Okay, okay. For those unaware, Cayenne has the ability to use sending. However, sending if I'm messaging a creature that knows who I am, they know who I am, and so they can respond. They know it's me.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta wait. What? Who?
You got a confused Gunthorpe on the other end of the telephone.
Did you at least introduce yourself?
Mushy mushy? Nani?
Is he gonna give me any more? Is he gonna give me 22 words after that? Or just that?
No, you've got him confused.
God damn it!
Oh, for
Great.
frick's sake!
He's somewhere off doing his whatever random business he is, and then there's like it's like
I'm gonna laugh if you got him on the
this
toilet.
message in his head, and it's like, wait, what? Who? What's
You
going
got
on?
him on the John.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh if you got him on the toilet.
How did you get to? How did you get to? That's not right. And
Okay.
it just kind of like cuts out with a bit of like, what the fuck's going on?
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna be laying on the floor for 8 hours.
Oh no.
So sending again.
He's going to be a magical puddle, isn't he?
Wait, have you got enough spell slots to do this?
Barely.
Yes, I have two Yes, I have
Okay.
two castings of
Oh my
third.
gosh, dude.
Are you giving him an update on our current task?
Before I even send the send, Ings, I tell Zoho, yes, I am. Gunthorpe. It's Cayenne. I'm using sending.
At this
Okay,
point, it
that's
sounds like you're
interesting.
going to have to use two sendings.
There's a
One
word
to
limit, it's
yeah,
brilliant.
one to explain, and then another
No,
to
they've
actually
already used one and got him confused, so this is the only one they've got left.
We need dire information. That's 10.
Oh gosh.
Because this gate is spewing negative primordial magical energy.
This is like Twitter
Calm
character
down
limit on steroids.
Before responding, please, thanks. That's 25.
Does that mean the last three
He gets
words
how
get
he
cut
gets
off?
the same back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I basically, so essentially,
Oh, wait. Oh. I didn't know you could do that. I'll look into it.
And
Hi.
that's it.
I cannot.
Two of those words were
No, that is a noise. That does not count.
No, it was two times of him going, just sitting there going, thinking, out
Damn
loud.
it.
They count as words.
Okay, well,
He didn't need the full 20 yard anyway. It's fine. He'll look
well,
into it.
well,
So are you
In
just
case
a
you fo-
puddle of goo at this point?
no. Okay, so I asked Gunthorpe for just a tiny bit of help. Just because I don't trust the magical energy coming from that thing. Hopefully, there's some history book or something just in the library that just has some type of myth involved in a giant meld. Good God, what in the hell does that look like?
Cthulhu.
Oh shit.
Did you
Okay.
just post
Oh,
something in Discord?
No, he privated something. Anyways,
moving on.
me
Can be
being
like-
me being the ignorant sod I am, not paying attention to what he was doing, I'm still digging this out.
That's okay. As you excavate, it seems to be a platform made of the same stuff.
Is it just
Feel like
Is it
we
just-
should be concerned now.
is it just a Stargate?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, it's a Stargate.
How much would you like to
Us.
excavate, Alto?
I dig all the way down to the platform in the semicircle I drew. And
Okay.
then I check the surroundings to see if I can dig any further and whether it's going to get knocked over if I dig any further on the outer edges of these pillars.
Right.
If it's on a platform, that would mean that and this is out of character. That would mean it's not going anywhere, right? Like if it's
No,
attached to the platform,
Yeah,
right?
we don't know that. That's why I need to dig it out to make sure.
so you're gonna dig
Okay.
out up to the pillars.
Yeah, in a semicircle.
Okay. You make it wider and wider and wider. Bit at a time.
Mhm.
Taking a bit slower this time, trying to make sure, just in case you notice something starting to like tilt or whatever.
Yeah, and I also make sure all the outer edges are wedges so that we can walk.
As a whole.
Yeah, walk safely towards the platform without like falling in or something like that, and we could just easily walk back out.
As you dig out under this one to see where it's joining up, because you've already broken the stone on it to reveal the surface, it starts to break apart more at the bottom.
Okay.
And it starts like the stone's basically like falling off of it.
Hmm.
And eventually it's like it doesn't all fall down because it's like at an angle. It's kind of like the stuff on what would be effectively on top is kind of like resting on the adamantine.
Are the
But
pieces?
you actually see
Are the pieces
the
small
actual
enough?
inside.
You go
Hang
first.
on.
You go first.
As you see the inside of the pillar,
Mhm.
you see it kind of like there's a slight cut. It seems to curve up from the platform, and down the center line of it seems to be the like. Actually, it looks like it's actually engraved in adamantine, but that's not right. People can't do that.
Hmm.
Shit, it
And you
is.
see like the symbols and stuff running down that were like what you could make out from the rock after you cleared the dust and stuff away.
I swear, if this is actually a Stargate, I'm gonna be really upset with you.
And they run down, and then they start running out around like they seem to be running along the floor at the base.
Can I see individual runes running along the
Yes.
leading? Oh, jeez. Are they in fixed points?
What do you mean fixed point? They seem to be like
in equidistance to each other
What he's
around the
trying
ring.
to say is it like at the Stargate where they're equally spaced?
Well, yes, but I don't want to be.
yes and no. It's not a Stargate, as in
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not a ring that spins and there's like it's each piece is such and such degrees. It's not that accurate.
Okay,
It's uncanny like how like
similar it is, but it's more like a.
precision it is.
Is it like a
But
featureless?
the text basically like the text seems to, whatever it is, these symbols seem to run down the like inner facing of the pillar
Okay,
onto the surface and then start like following around more like a summoning
but
circle
then
kind
other
of thing.
than that, it is a featureless, smooth ring.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I continue to dig once I can see that that pillar is connected and firmly attached.
I'll just be here on the floor.
Kyan's going to sleep.
Basically, my plan.
Yeah,
this is a hard day.
My plan is to excavate as much as I can for the day and then call it a night.
Mm.
Okay, so you like if you go into the evening, you could effectively uncover the whole of this.
Yep. Cool.
So you spend the rest of the afternoon. Danny's like intrigued, watching. It's all like getting more and more excited, and it's all like you see it like as you get close to the end, and you can actually start seeing the details and stuff. It's all like you see her like ooh flicking through a book. It's like something's going on in her head. And by the time you get into the evening, you're effectively able to uncover the whole plan. It seems like the platform shifted.
How?
It's slanted towards you guys.
Unsafely? Like, should we be worried?
You know, like if if your house starts going,
Yeah, is it actually
And-
going, or...
it's sunk down on this side for some reason, but it could just be due to the freaking ground under here not being as solid as was on this side.
Okay.
and and the edge of the ring on this side actually seems to be like
Encased by that
seems to
rock.
it makes sense. Like now you're seeing it in its full picture, it makes sense that this rock and stuff has basically been forced. Is just sitting on this edge that's been raised up,
Mm.
which would explain why it slopes this way. That cliff face is actually like the edge of the ring,
Okay.
and it's just where it's like as it's dipped and that end has gone up, it's pulled the ground out, and over time, it's like stuff's just covered
So
it
the
back up.
rings
And
aren't in threat of actually like falling over. It's just the whole
No.
platform is tilted.
the entire platform is tilted, and these spires are coming out of it.
Okay.
They seem to be
so
pointing up.
Mm-hmm.
okay. So what used to look like this now looks like this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
Can I move this one? Yeah, I can. So
I can't like do some stupid Molder shenaniganry and like push it upwards a bit, can I?
what? This platform? No chance.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That would be way too heavy.
The best chance you have for realigning it is going from the back forward.
So I am
He can't do it.
I am
He
making
physically can't do it. This entire thing is solid adamantine. You cannot physically move it.
No, the dirt underneath just move, just flatten it out.
yeah.
What's the range on?
I mean, I dug it all the way out to the edges and then sloping outwards.
It would be very dangerous to be working underneath this thing.
No. I mean, I don't have to have line of sight to do it.
No, it's not that. It's like the way this is.
Mm.
Like, if you want to level it off, you need to basically dig out the. Like, you need to basically dig out underneath this side.
Oh,
So
that's
it
why he
drops
wants.
lower down. So it drops
Oh.
back down.
That's what he wants to do. Yeah, no. What I was asking is.
Well, it's not even that. You need to kind of like dig out whatever's in the middle while it's pivoting on.
Yeah, that's not happening. That's too heavy, and
If you were
won't die.
if you were to dig out this rock, there would actually just be a hollow gap underneath that you just couldn't physically get to, where it's just literally just ripped while it, like the ground up.
Yeah, not doing that. I
And if you
choose
take out
life.
the pivot point in the middle, it may just go.
Yeah, I don't want to get showered by rocks.
Squish. No, he's saying you would be squished.
No, because I wouldn't go under that ever.
Anything underneath would definitely be squished.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways,
So
not doing that idea.
I'm ending the day by cleaning this off. I am making no attempts to step on this platform for the day.
Well,
Okay, so
I
you want us to call it a
know-
day uncovering this whole platform?
Yep, because it
I
took
am
me
gonna
all
roll
day.
This now, and I flubbed it.
Don't know why you're rolling survival.
I'm
'Cause
guessing
to avoid-
foraging.
Yeah.
I also want to do a survival check.
I probably don't get that
Forge.
opportunity because I was doing this all day, and I'm okay with that. I'll take a ration.
You can do a.
Zoho actually managed to get a decent roll.
Yeah, for himself. You have to remember that.
Mhm.
Top.
Yeah.
Right.
Way to go, Cayenne.
Wait, how do you
So-
choose survival wisdom?
It's just they're clicking a different. I think they're clicking it on something else.
Yeah, I'm clicking
Different
from
macro.
the sheet. I'm clicking from the sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, it just labels it slightly different.
Okay.
So, Cayenne, hope you like those berries. Zoho, you want to try those berries?
Okay. Pops one in his
Cayenne, you
mouth.
kind of like head off in the similar direction to you did last time. Unless you're sleeping, because you said you wanted to go long rest now.
I'm just looking at the general vicinity. Do you see if I see anything I can frickin' shoot with a cross with a
Like, if you go and if you go and do stuff, you're gonna break your long rest if you wanted to start that early.
Okay, then never mind. I'm just gonna stay here on the
Because
floor.
it's like I did see the message saying it's like I'm just gonna pass out now.
So, You were about to say that I could look for something? Or
Yes.
not? Okay.
If you really want to, you can, but it'll be late in the. It's like
Yeah,
it'll be late, much later in the day if you're doing this. While if they're going off a bit earlier to
Ye-
go, okay, you finish uncovering that,
Yeah,
we'll go find stuff.
I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Zoho, you find those. You find berries. They're like the ones that Cayenne found yesterday, full of seeds, kind of like
Mm.
mini pomegranates.
Pop one in my mouth. Oh,
It's all right. It's edible.
Mm.
It's not as soft and squishy as you think it would be.
Dang it.
spits out the seeds.
Otto is having no
Respectfully.
luck.
I'm
That's
exhausted. I
the
didn't travel
seeds.
far enough.
Like as people had like dispersed and like paying, like so everyone's gone off to forage.
I'm totally ran out of rations.
Well, I am using a ration now.
Or not ran out,
Which-
running out.
Unfortunately, means
I'm
Dan
I'm
is
still-
not being like.
well.
We're
Okay.
well, I'm doing it much
Are you
later in the day,
asleep?
remember?
No, because remember, I don't actually need to sleep. I just need to do light activities. So
I'm also doing it much later than everybody else. I would be here when everybody did theirs.
No, they went off ahead of you. It doesn't mean they came back before you finished.
What about Rill and Kayate, though?
They're either asleep or disappeared, and no one knows where they are.
Oh,
that's Psycho.
Shit.
After that, Psycho.
Like, ah.
Either way works for me.
Do we
So
come
when,
back?
once this thing is fully uncovered, Dan is going to immediately start like walking around,
But of
checking out all
course
these
she
markings and
would.
whatnot.
I'm gonna.
She's as giddy as a schoolgirl.
I'm gonna skip my forage if it means that she's alone. I don't want to do that.
not gonna be alone because
Kaya's going to be the only one here that's
Yeah.
like anywhere paying attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I would know that you've at least spent all your spells and you're pretty much useless in combat. I don't want to do that.
It's too late. You can't retcon
Dang it!
this. He waited for you to leave.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
And I still have 3 spell slots, so I'm not entirely useless.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Otto
just
doesn't
don't
know
have. I just don't have my.
The big
I
ones.
just don't have the big AOE, the one that I can say "fuck you" to an entire area and nothing could get rid of it except probably dispel magic or counterspell.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
does she
So she's just gonna start inspecting. Like she can't like now it's uncovered. She can't like contain herself. She needs to go and like make sure she's got all the details right. And it's like you just as you like kind of like get up and to see exactly like what she's doing. So like to check she's not fucking with anything. It's like it's like I've got it.
I made her
This is it.
freaking day. I swear.
Hmm?
I said
What
I'm.
is it,
I'm
Danny?
You're
not
not
there.
Kaya's the only one here right now.
Oh. Okay.
She's taking the opportunity to let her joy take over and
nerd rage.
Okay, what is it? What is this? Other than what you're definitely looking for, what the hell is it?
it's the gateway.
A what?
Well, I never was able to translate that part. However,
That's important.
Can you read it in whatever language it is tomorrow?
but, you're no fun at all.
Look. I did it. 2 long range miss. It is. I can only do certain things a certain amount of times. Sadly, the only other option I have is early dump. Like more of my spells so that I can do that whatever the ghost wind spear its sword did, but not psychically, and just everyone could possibly hear me speak in whatever their native language is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just because I wasn't able to translate all of it doesn't mean I can't. Like, I don't know what it is. It's definitely the gateway. It's not a gateway as such in the sense that people go through it. If that's what you're wondering.
Okay, so it's not a gateway that people. Oh. Those are some words.
Think of it more about the transfer of energy.
Okay.
When the gateway is open, the energy can flow.
Okay.
And these runes here seem to be spelling like what, like make kind of like instructions to how it works, I guess.
Okay.
But which one of the gateways, I don't know.
Well, if we're going off on a limb, this has something to do with wind.
It would make sense that it would be to do with wind. Or at least based on what we found here today and yesterday. And I don't
Yep.
think the wind could do anything too bad.
Well, considering that we're also dealing with whatever bad energy it's giving off, we should be a tiny bit concerned.
What do you mean by bad energy?
The fact that the Drew it didn't even want to be near this thing when it's exposed. And when I was using Identify on it and nearly forced to pass out just from the energy. I don't know but it was just very, if you remember what Otto said, it's just very, very off balance into energy wise.
Are you suggesting that it's unstable?
Well, it's not. Well, it's definitely not doing. Well, it's definitely not doing fire or water or earth.
Well, I have a way of finding. I could try check if you want.
Okay. Would you like to explain what you mean?
I love this back and forth.
You said you had problems with identifying it. Maybe I could help.
Okay.
Now that it's uncovered, maybe we could. Maybe it would make more sense.
Okay. Well, Kai, how long did it take for Otto to unbury this thing?
All day.
Pretty much. The sun's going down. Kind of.
Was it 6 hours?
Not quite 6 hours.
I was gone for the.
It'll be a couple it'll be from like mid-afternoon to tea time. The only reason the sun is only just starting to go down, like hit the horizon and go down.
And the only reason why that is because I was away for the majority of the day and then came back.
And it's also partly it does go down slightly earlier in the day because of it being friggin' autumn and whatnot
Yeah,
instead of peak summer.
it's me.
Okay, so from midday to tea time, how long is that?
Mid-afternoon to tea time would be about 3 to 4 hours.
And long rest can be up to 6.
To get to long rest, you need 8 hours of 6 hours of sleep, unless you've got weird thingies, and 2 hours of light activity. It's a total of 8 hours for a long rest, but it's not all sleep.
Right.
Plus or minus based on race and whatnot.
So if he was
shenanigans.
still resting, how much time does he still need?
So if you we'll say you're 3 hours out of your long rest for like light activities. So you're about halfway through a long rest, considering how early you went. If you're not up to it, I could do it for you.
It's just that I don't know what to do here. Oh God.
It's like if we don't look into things, we'll never learn from them.
Right. Right. If we don't look into things, we'll never learn from them. However, or if we go too fast, we end up crashing through 10 different buildings.
Is that never. I don't know. Sorry. I forget.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I do that too.
No. So I'm guessing you're a bit concerned and lacking in resources.
I'm lacking in resources, which will be fixed in 3 hours. But we also have to take into account that it's just the two of us here. If you possibly cast Identify does anything that needs to be fixed with a healing spell, I can't do that. I have a healer's kit so I can stabilize you, hopefully.
Oh, you're worried about my safety. Oh, okay.
You're the one paying us as well, so yes. We can't really be good at our jobs if we do not take stock in our clients either.
Well, how about this then? You watch over me, and I will make sure I don't die.
Okay, sorry. Okay, you know what? Fine. I guess I'll finish an actual long rest with everyone else. You should just stretch. And there goes the other or 2 second and spell slot so that she at least has a third. Because I had one sorcery point left, and getting rid of my 2
okay.
remaining seconds, I can get back a third.
Okay.
And then
Well,
I still have one first level spell slot.
well, if it looks like anything's bad happened. But
Yep.
okay. She settles, like, she kneels down on this platform
Uh-huh.
and she like puts her hands out flat in the center of it,
Uh-huh.
and she seems to be. She starts to focus, and the skies start to grow dark, and that's where we ended.
Oh no! Oh no! She summoned Shenron.
Oh boy.
Alrighty, folks, that's us for tonight. We'll see you guys again tomorrow night for Warhammer Vermintide 2, and again next week for some Final Fantasy 14. That's right, you're gonna have to wait 2 weeks for this resolution.
Yep. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I've got to end it here just because of time. Otherwise, I would have just be like, I'm gonna fucking keep going.
That's
Fucking-
totally understandable.
I don't care that this one's taking longer. The fact that I'm enjoying the whole stupid back and forth, holy shit, and all the randomness happening today.
We'll see you guys then.
I